see your face, I can feel it coming back. These shivers are every day. Whoa, I say it's calm before the storm. Things aren't as they were before. You best start bracing. Did you think you could keep us out? Shut the gates, forget us now. Tides are changing. Can you hear the sound? Can't stop us now. We're not back in town, know what we're doing. Things are about to change, it's evolution. Voices shake the ground, you feel it moving. We're the revolution. Can you hear the sound?
Ladies and gentlemen, boomers and zoomers, welcome back once again to EGL One Season 3. This is the lower bracket and it is knockout time. For the first time in the season, we are going to see some of these teams going home. Previously on the last stream, we saw, actually, who was it? Enter the Wukong losing out to 4Q and they ended up going out in that last spot. And today, another one is going to join them. It's either going to be Ashi and Friends or Royalty Esports. Now, luckily, someone who's not going to be missing out on any of other EGL action is going to be Mr. Shakey Man himself. How you doing?
How's it, George? I'm doing really good, man. Yo, I'm just ready for some dotes, bro. It's just amazing the fact that we're still playing tonight, and Mr. Escom has told us no. You know, the boys they tried. I got a Jenny pumping in the background, so it's all right. We set, and I'm just ready for some dotes, man.
No, it's good. The uncle tried his best to keep us down, but not going to happen today. So it's going to be a good match between these two teams. None of them want to go home. Royalty looking to make a long run in the best tournament of the year thus far, and the one that matters the most. They haven't had a good run thus far, but Ashi and Friends coming in, bunch of guys just want to play, just want to have fun, and the winner of them is going to have to take on Duck in the round 2 of the lower bracket anyway. So a tough matchup to come, but they got to get through this this match here first.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see some good plays tonight, man. I've seen some of these boys back in the day when I was casting for Captain's Mode League play, especially people like Shazo and Wannabe. So I'm keen to see where the guys are at. I haven't casted some of their games in a while, so I'm always keen to see where people move up. You know, it's been like a year and a half, so I'm always keen to see how people's skill level starts going up.
Yeah, no, Royalty has had... They've been part of that roster shuffling that was between Frostbite, Aura, GHC Wolves. They then turned into Gravetide, and it was this whole mix-up, but they're playing under the Royalty now. So I got a nice MGO back in them, and these guys are poised. They're ready to go. They just need that chance to actually... stick it in the goal. I don't know. I can't think of an analogy on this.
George, we're already starting with our stuff, dude. We needed like good banter tonight, bro. That's all we want is good banter. So we're gonna get this started, man. As we see on the Radiant side, we got Royalty and Dyer, Ashi and Friends, man. I love the banner, bro. That banner. Come on, dude. I'm a sucker for a good banner, bro. That's really sick. That's some good good memes.
You guys on stream will see it once the draft is done. It's a nice little thing. I assume that's Ashi. Maybe it is him. I don't know. But it is Ashi and Friends. So if it's not him and some random fellow they took a photo of, that'd be fine as well. I'm sure there's no strong words outside. But I don't see anything going awry here in terms of the banning phase. The meta has been pretty solid. Dawnbreaker, Marcy, Viper being some of the key heroes in the draft, as well as Zeus. And we're going to see 2 of them picked off throughout, so I assume we're going to see either Dawnbreaker first pick from Royalty, or they're going to opt to ban it out right here. So we'll see what they want to do. If they just want to play the Dawnbreaker game, they're not going to ban it. If they are going to play the Dawnbreaker game, they're going to ban probably Zeus.
Yeah, look, I just want to see Dawnbreaker and Tiny banned out. That's honestly it. Like if they are out, then I can actually cast some interesting Dota. Not this same stuff, same game, same time, every time. Dude. I can't deal with that. So if we can see some bans on Dawn, I'd love to see. There's the Tiny.
Okay, so they're gonna. So if Ashi doesn't ban Dawn, it's going to pick up first pick. But then Ashi gets Zeus if they really want to just pick it up and take the strong hit. I take Wyvern.
I mean, Wyvern's good, eh? I kind of like where Wyvern is in the meta right now. In terms of just the disable itself, he's always been really good against... there's a Dawnmaker first pick. Yo, that's a yikes. It's always been really good against stuff that tend to like collapse really quickly on the team. Like, I mean, you always see people pick up a Wyvern if you're going for like a Enigma or Monkey or something. I'm sorry, what did you say? Then dying. Oh, yes. I saw you said no. I was like, yes, Wyvern does get picked up against an Enigma. What are you talking about? But yeah, that's I mean, it's strength. That's kind of that's a silencer.
This is a nice bit of harass coming out. Either if they stick the Undying on 4 or the silencer mid, either way, if they stick it on the support roles, it's a lot of damage and not much that they need to do in terms of farm to actually get ahead and have an impact. Undying notorious for being one of those lane dominators, and Silencer can be as well. He just has to be one of those lanes where he himself can't get sort of battered into.
Yeah,
he'll be okay on that side.
He doesn't really fit my style though. I don't like with Silencer, like, he's just so dependent on your early game and mid game. If you don't do well, then it's so difficult to get back with him, especially if you don't get that stacks up. And he just kind of sits in this place where it's not really fun and it's not really good, and you kind of like silencing them, but at the time that you are really picking up, people's got BKBs and Yulceptors and stuff. So I do hope that Ash and friends get a good starting lane with Silencer, especially against a Snapfire. Like, if that's going to be a Snapfire Dawn combo, which I don't know if it would be, but I wouldn't be surprised, because that's some cookie. Man, it's just, again, another support that's really difficult to go up against. And then the strength as well, which is just fits the meta so well.
I am thinking on the silencer. I'm thinking now what pos they can put it in, how it'll affect the game. If they stick it on a pos 4 and the ulti is used just as a save, you know, like the Zeus ult just to secure a kill here and there, but they can use it to cancel out the Dawn ulti whenever she opts to use it, because it does pierce through BKB, so even if she has it up, it'll still cancel. So then, do they opt to put the silencer 3 in a support role, and then that sort of forces the Dawn to go into a pos 3 instead of the carry, because then if it's carry, he's going to want to farm ulti in. So if they can always cancel that, they sort of got to stick him on a pos 3 now.
Yeah, I think it's a good point that you make. Silence is definitely utility based. It's quite good. If they play it in terms of utility and not really carry, like they're going to be focusing more on, you know, getting that important ult off and stuff, I think that would be kind of good play. Are they going to pick up Alchemist? Like, I think this is going to be a mid Alki. Like, honestly, I've been watching a few videos, and people are building Radiances in like 9-8 minutes. It's ridiculous with a few good stacks and not even. So, I don't know. I think that's possibly going to go mid. I wonder if that's a pos 3 Undying, or where do you think that Undying stands?
I think they picked it up as a flex here. Shazo does play... sorry, this is on Asri's side. And I'm actually not too sure, because I know Shazo does like to play it in the pos 3 for royalty, which is what I was going to say, but I see nothing actually, so I don't know. I think they're going to keep it as a flex, but probably with the Alchemist now, they're going to lean towards more of a pos 4. And then you're going to have to get something else, either mid or off lane, to have a bit more control, a bit more... I don't know, something that can live through when Alk's not in his ulti and running around being a meanie. Yeah,
I mean, obviously the meta's very centered around sustain right now, so they're probably they need to look at something that's stop the sustain, something that can maybe just counter it, even if it's just someone that builds an Eye of Skadi, a natural Eye of Skadi builder, because you're going up against Undying, you're going up against Alk, and we can already see a AA being banned out. So you know that this team's going to be looking at picking more stuff that's going to be helping them. Maybe we're going to see a Warlock or something that's going to be more sustain oriented for that safe lane. So I do think that Royalty Esports need to be looking at something or be itemizing towards this lineup, because if they let this run, if they get up their abilities and they get up the farm, that's going to be extremely difficult to get that pace back if Ashi and friends pick it up too much. So I wonder if Dawn's gonna go, if it's a core, Snapfire's been picked. Maybe something like a... I wanted to say maybe something like a Hoodwink. I don't know. But Jakiro... I don't like Jakiro, dude. I don't. It freezes and slows stuff, man.
I want to tell you, but why do you not like it? Because he's not the
10
best at
seconds
one
remaining.
single thing, but he does everything. He gives you lane push, he gives you tower push,
5
believe it or not.
seconds remaining.
He does give you slow, he gives you a stun, and he does give you damage. He's not a nuker at anything, and he doesn't chain stun you constantly, but he gives everything.
Look,
So
I'll tell you
I
what.
mean,
If
I like
they
him.
if they put the Jakiri with Dawnbreaker, I completely understand where it's coming from. But if they don't, then they're missing out on an opportunity to get a support in the lane. Like if that's, let's say the Dawnbreaker's a pos 3, they still have to pick the pos 1, and the pos 1 doesn't have any sustain in lane. You're talking about a meta that doesn't have cells anymore. Your Jakiro can't, like, it can't keep anything alive, especially if you're going up against
10
something like an
seconds
Undying.
remaining.
You constantly gonna need regen and some sort of sustain in lane. So it begs to
5
differ. Like,
seconds
where do
remaining.
you, like, how are you going to assist your team best? Because, like, I think Jakiro does well, but at the same time, it's only like against certain situations. So I don't mind Jakiro. I just think like it's not good at one specific, like you said, not good at one specific thing. It's like a jack of all trades, but like really, maybe there's something better. But they might prove me wrong. I'm more keen to look at what Ashi and friends are going to be picking up next. What do you think we're looking at that board there? Because that's a Lina that just got picked up there.
They did have this Alk and AA ban, so the Alk is going to be fine in terms of his direct counters. The Arc Warden and Lifestealer also do notoriously well against him. So I think for now they're just going to try and focus on their mid lane. They can see what the matchup is going to be. It's going to be this Lina, and they know that Royalty is going to have to pick up their carry. So they can sort of figure out what that's going to be now, because they have these 2 bans left and this pick.
Radiant
So we'll
team
see.
back.
I think there'll be 3. Yeah.
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster. So this is nice. It gives them the vision they need to make plays. So their mid laner, whether it's an alchemist or someone else, is going to have the vision to go around and make these plays. It's very good once you have the shard on heroes like Lina that don't want to get chain stunned and locked down immediately. The thing is, I'm looking at it, they only have the Alk and the Raw at the moment for their stun, so they're going to need to fix that with their last pick. But I do like the
10
Beast. It's a nice
seconds
buff
remaining.
for the Alk. It gives them their vision. We saw how strong it was
5
on
seconds
White Rabbit,
remaining.
which was the team that brought Royalty down to the low bracket anyway. Royalty were able to win game 1 and game 2 and 3. The Beastmaster on White Rabbit just destroyed them completely. And Not a Hero said it was the reason they got sent down here. It was just
Well,
too strong to deal
that's
with.
kind of scary for them, because now Ash and friends picks it up, so they obviously watch that game and know
The
that
Royalty's
that's
getting
something they do.
PTSD. Not again.
Radiant
Not
team
again.
back.
That's hilarious. So, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of high-paced players here. Undying is really fast. Like, it doesn't need a lot. Silencer doesn't really need a lot. Early game, if he gets played as a support. Beastmaster, same thing. He gets level 6. He gets his Helm of the Overlord and is pretty much set up as well.
10
Like, if Alk's going to go
seconds remaining.
mid, then you're probably looking for... Because Alk's already pretty greedy.
5 seconds
So,
remaining.
pos 1-wise...
Dell team back.
It's a bit awkward because they've banned out the Jug, Ursa, Drow, and the Lifestealer. None of them do notoriously well against the Dawn. I feel like the best carry at the moment to go up against Dawn is either Ursa or Jug. And Royalty made sure that those 2 weren't an option from them right from the start.
10
I'm
seconds
thinking they're going to
remaining.
put this Alcon carry with an Undying in the lane, so they
5
can have
seconds
a
remaining.
bit of okay, if you kill us, we're going to kill you sort of thing, because like you mentioned, there's none of that sustain that they would
Radiant
typically have in a
team
lane.
pick.
And then they got to pick up a mid laner here, and Royalty's thinking the same thing. They banned out Puck, they banned out Void Spirit, heroes that have lockdown and a way to jump into their side. Yeah, Royalty's taken a lot of time up through the draft, and Ashi has actually
10
only used the
seconds
majority of it here
remaining.
in this last phase.
I like it. Gives us time to speak.
5
It's not
seconds.
too quick, you know. You just kind of relax. But
very true.
if I was actually friends right now, personally, I think that Alk, maybe put Alk mid, get some sort of high-paced safe laner, and then just kind of play the game as quickly as possible. If you can take the farm away from Lina and Dawnbreaker, you've got a pretty good chance.
Stands ready.
Okay, so that's gonna be. I mean, look. Sven's gonna go safe lane, right? Definitely. And if they've got Undying and off lane, Sven, he's not as strong as he used to be with his old ult, where it's supposed to, like, we used to give him strength as
10
well.
seconds remaining.
He's fairly squishy. Like, he's fairly squishy in lane, and he needs a lot of levels
5
in order to
seconds
really put.
remaining.
And he pushes out lane naturally with cleave. So I mean, I don't think that's gonna be a horrible lane for Ashi and friends in off lane.
No, this is I think their offlane is going to be fine. The Beast will get his farm, but again, Beast isn't one of these heroes that completely snowballs once he gets an item or two. Like I'm thinking of a Mars. Once he has his blink, he can go around ulti everyone every minute and get a lot of kills with the team. But Beast, he's gonna want to get up that Helm Dom. He's gonna want to. He can go for a blink this game. It'll give them a good bit of jump, but he's not gonna snowball the game unless the Alk is able to run there with him, which might be their thinking. Yeah?
You may now select your heroes.
Okay, so they're Undying 3. No. What?
That's a mid silencer. Silencer
there
mid
we go.
alchemist.
Okay,
That's a good switch up. I like that. I like that. That's nice. It's kind of like throw the cogs in the. I don't know, man. Maybe they picked up the silencer because they know that Lena's gonna go mid, and with the pickup, maybe it was a flex pick. Thinking to themselves, all right, let's see what the last pick's going to be. Odyssey picking up that Sven, and then them immediately defaulting back to Silencer going mid to try and deal with the Lina, and then they just pick up a support to try and hold down that, because obviously Alk needs farm, so I think Shaman's pretty good. There's a Hex, there's a Shackle, got a good amount of Rask, can keep them out of lane, keep them at bay while the Alk just kind of farms, and obviously Silencer, as soon as he gets like most of his items, he's just pretty good just to tell them, like, just pretty good to keep going. So I like it. Both teams, pretty well-rounded drafts. I'm interested to see how it's going to go in the first half. But as I always ask, George, where are you lying in terms with your predictions? Did R1 predictions?
I am lying on royalty for this game. They have the Dawnbreaker. You got to always have that into consideration. But the thing I'm looking at is there's a stun on every single one of their heroes. Whereas Ashi, they only got they've got 4 if you include Shaman's Hex and stuff. But it's not enough to really hold back all of them going onto this Alchemist. So with that Alk in the pos 1 role, I feel like he's going to get shut down in these fights so easily that he's not going to be able to run around and do the damage that he needs to during the fight, and he's going to be playing 1v5, and Alk doesn't win that fight any day.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go for Ash and Friends because, and this is gonna be controversial, but because their skins look cool and they look like they're ready for war. Looks like a bunch of Vikings, bro. So I think I'm gonna. What?
You know what? Their skins do look cool.
Okay, cool. Thank you for justifying my feelings. I appreciate it. So yeah, we're gonna get this game going. Oh man, I'm so excited for this, eh?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. A bit of stretch of. That was good.
All right. So we're gonna get this. What? Did you just stretch? What?
I've got a massive pain in my back. I won't lie. It's mostly from seeing Dawnbreaker in every game, but it's partly physical as well.
Don't you have like a routine that you do before a game?
Yeah, but it's still sore. You still see Dawn. We always think, oh, the teams just ban it. They can be nice. They can just
I mean,
ban it.
while we wait, right? So both teams are just going to be top and bottom. I'm curious to know. Do you have any sort of routine that you do before a game, like before casting? Is there any sort of thing that you do beforehand?
Go to the toilet.
No warm up, nothing. You just like, all right, cool. I'm just going to get out
I
of.
go into it, man. I'm a natural. I've got no problems.
Yeah, okay, cool, whatever. This man's apparently Superman. I listen to NF, okay, and then I just and it really gets me in the mood to start speaking really quickly. So I don't know.
Yeah,
so that's. I know Snare would appreciate that comment as well, but that's kind of my routine, giving away my trade secrets. But apparently George just gets out of bed and starts casting. But
yeah, man, that's what I did for season 2. Anyway, don't tell them now. That's the first time they heard of it. Okay, Pog Daddy, have it in the mid lane. I believe he's subbing in. Actually, I'm blanking on who the mid for. Oh, it's Ido, of course, for royalty. So we're gonna have Pog Daddy in the mid lane here, going up against the Beastmaster actually. So this is an off lane silencer. And Undying, so I actually like
this. It definitely proved us wrong.
Yeah, no, I like this. The Sansa has this pure damage that he's able to deal out with the Glaives of Wisdom, and it just gets more and more and more. Like you can really see, the Sven's half health and his armor that he gets in this lane doesn't help at all.
Okay, I mean, I'm definitely interested to see how. Dude, why do people have to make their name so difficult? This is Achan, right, man? Does he have a different name? It's Achan, right?
Achan is Achan.
He's Achan,
He was previously BNA, but he's now Achan.
He's not Achan.
He's Achan. Don't worry.
Okay. Alright, cool. I'm just checking because, I mean, you tell people to, like, please, get name right, but they don't get name right. It's kind of weird. Top lane. Shazo, a little bit of right clicks. We get the stun out from... Wait, is that a... Wait, did Alk take unstable concoction first?
Yeah, that's fine.
Why?
Well, typically in the lane, you don't really want to take your Greevil's Greed first. It sounds weird, like, oh, I get
No,
more
no,
gold,
I
should
completely
always
agree
take
with
it.
that.
Yeah. So I think he was just holding the skill point, waiting to see if he needed, because this lane is a kill lane for Rasputin and Shazo here. So if he has that stun to be able to throw it onto either of them and stop their initiation, it's fine. So they're going to be okay. Also consider this. If he pops it and they start going onto him, they will be stunned on him no matter what, because it stuns in an AoE once the timer expires, right?
Fair enough, fair enough. That makes a lot of sense.
He doesn't lose too much out of it. He's not going to have that Greevils anyway. Now level 2, he can have the acid spray and maybe even opt to take level 3 in acid as well, but I assume he's going to go with Greevils.
Oh, I missed that. Unfortunately, bot lane, they did get that one kill. First blood is going to go for the side of Royal. Oh, as we see, good trade, but then two kills going to go towards that one side as as we see the first 2 kills come out for the Radiant, and that's quite interesting. As we move top, we're going to get another one going to come flying through as Alki goes down, and that's going to be a 3-1. Quick, man. I was kind of following my words, and they just didn't going to give me a break there. I was kind of just trying to relax and get into the swing of things, but it looks like Royalty had different plans.
No, that bot lane, that was a good play there for Royalty at the end of the day. Sven is already a full level ahead now, almost a full level ahead of the Sansa at the moment. So levels, he's going to be okay, and because he's a Sven, he's going to naturally shove out this lane and he can farm the side camps. It's a good start for him here.
Yeah, and I see that he's just gone for 1, 2, 3, like in his abilities. He's kind of gotten something of everything. Obviously, extra armor for the Warcry, the stun for the Storm to try and just secure those those range creeps, and that worked out for them. The burn, I don't want to admit it, but I mean, Jakira is doing his job, and it's pretty good. Dual breath is painful to go up against, so. Oh, look at Ashi. Achan actually went for that bounty.
Yeah. I don't know if Obs got it, but he actually missed picking up the rune 3 times.
Oh.
I'm not sure. He walked up to it, nope. Walked up, nope.
Oh, okay.
Just when you click away too soon.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to point it out just because he's going to shout at me
Just
later. Anyway,
there.
Smuggles, bot lane, you're stacking. See, this is what I mean about the Jakira. The slow, you can keep your range, you can output this damage with the liquid fire. And it doesn't come at any cost. That's the other thing. It's free damage. It's absolutely free. It's free real estate.
Okay. I'm laughing because it's awkward. So lanes are looking pretty chilled. I mean, Royalties, they did get those first 3 kills off the bat. But in terms of how the lanes are looking, I don't know. It still looks like, in terms of getting levels, it looks like Ash and Friends going to control this bot lane. Now that they're starting to get those important, like, Decay is going to start hurting as well with that Tombstone up. Same thing with Arcane Curse is really an irritation for the Jakira as well as the Jug. So, I mean, and then it's completely opposite for top because Shazza's got so much sustain.
Oh. Put a belly at bottom lane. Sven's going to go on to him. They
like
pop
you
the
said,
stun. They pop the Tombstone actually.
There. Turn around. That's actually a kill for Odyssey. Oh, sorry, a kill for Schmuggles. And he's probably going to get a double. Schmuggles get a double. Why is his name Schmuggles? Am I saying that right?
Schmuggles?
Schmuggles?
I think it's Schmuggles. Let's just stick with Undyne. That's easy.
Okay, I'm going to go because... Can I go Schmick? Is what's the Rick and Morty? Schmickles? What? That's Schmickles, isn't it?
Don't ask me.
I don't know.
I hate it, but I've never watched
That
Rick and
is...
Morty. It's a dangerous thing to say nowadays. Anyway.
Let me just get my composure back because this game is kind of all over the place. The names are going to got me a little bit flustered, but the teams are kind of playing really good right now as we see both these teams firing towards getting that equal on the board. And like I said, bot lane, they got the levels. That Tombstone being a big deciding factor in that fight helped them to try to equalize that. Because if I'm not mistaken, Cleave doesn't deal with the zombies.
No, it
right?
doesn't.
It doesn't. You have to still singly, it's all single targeted. Like you have to, yeah. And if that starts stacking, it's so difficult to get off to you.
The Royalty is still fine given those last 2 kills, because if we start looking at the net worth, even with the Alchemist on Ashi's side, he's only sitting 4th highest net worth, and there is quite a gap at the moment from the second of Royalty and then the rest of Ashi and Friends. So it's not on the heroes you wanted either, right? You got the beast at the highest at the moment, where you typically want your Alk, and the Silence is lacking behind quite a bit. He doesn't need too much farm to output damage, but as this POS 3, he's going to need to get these items up pretty soon. Bow Treads, Witchblade, whatever he opts to go for here.
But it seems like Beastmaster is also going for the TP boots. He's going to get that up. But he's going for Ring of Basilisk first, bot lane. Oh!
It
But
hurts.
It's like I said, the stack of the Arcane Curse as well as the Decay. They got Tombstone down. It's so much slower. You don't like they got First Blood, hurrah, whatever. But like they
top lane.
as soon as they get action, no, they should be fine.
That's done. It's easy. He pops it and the Dawn immediately has to back off. He can't take that. Bot lane, got a TP coming in.
Got a TP gonna come in. Bull might be in trouble here as we see Odyssey pop his ult to try and turn this around. He doesn't have any abilities, no Arcane Curse. The cookie's gonna land in the background, right? He's gonna fly through as we try and get a save from Yakuza, but he just gets the shackle a little bit too late. The right click, they still get the kill down as Schmeckles goes down. Freezes there, it lands on Yakuza and a triple kill for Pog Daddy as the boys in purple come down and they make it their lane. I wanted to say something else there. And what a good triple, man. Yakuza played well with that shackle. Like that was very close, but I don't think that they were able to turn it around. But Buddha Bull answers immediately with the TP. The freeze does land, but that means more stacks on the Arcane Curse. All that he needs to do is keep on hitting that right clicks as Wannabe goes down slower and slower and. Yeah, he should be. Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
No, okay, Undyne's here. Unless he jukes through these trees. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be gone. Yeah, that's gonna be right click down.
Put up Billy. It's gonna be a boot. Top lane. He's got the Alchemist. He's actually, I think he has his phase boots on the way. Yep. So he's gonna have a bit more farm. But Shasso just being an absolute bully as most Dawnbreakers are. This is gonna follow him around. It's what you got to do against the Alch. You can't give him an inch of free space, or it'll take a mile. And yeah, the same's going for Odyssey at the moment. Ooh, Yakuza.
Might be. I should be fine. I mean, he does. Oh no, but the cookie with the Shadowboss a bit too much. We do have the Dragon Slave coming through, but it barely clips the back end from Yakuza as Rasputin tries to get this. He's got 5 seconds left on that Shadowboss, but meanwhile, inside the Rush Pit, we do get a turnaround. Buddhabell's gonna come in with the ult. He's gonna try and get the kill on Wannabe before the tomb goes down. The heal is there immediately. Odyssey is gonna keep right clicking. Here comes the ult through the back line. It lands, but it doesn't get any sort of stun. He's gonna jump in, try to get the kill on Silencer as he keeps sustain. The one gets popped, but he doesn't get anything more. As the Undying is still up in his alt form. He does have Flesh Golem, but it does not gonna last very long. Decay also not available. He does have a Mango in the backpack. Stun's gonna land though from the back end from 808. As they turn around, here comes the stun. Land up, but the sustain is a bit too much. They do have the acid spray. That's just gonna clean up. And here comes H. He's joined the party. He's gonna say 1,000 as he gets it down. Pog Daddy. Oh. Double kill for 808, but they were able to get the kill onto Schmuggles.
My word, are we watching Dota the Tour de France? Because that took forever. Oh my word.
Can I get permission to change Undying's name every time I say it? Because I feel like it's just it's Schmickle, Schmuggles. Yeah, it's a little bit all over the place, man. But good play. Like it was these isolated fights. You had one where Snapfire, like Rasputin, was pushing up all the way to the back to get Yakuza. And then, meanwhile, in the Rush Pit, we get this big fight going on. The freeze, everything's flying. We get the Silencer ult. And then, while that's happening, we get more action towards the mid side. So, it's all these little isolated fights. It was quite enjoyable to see. But well played to both teams. And still, very equal net worth between both teams as well. So, I think they are definitely kind of giving their all right now.
Yeah, Royalty, that whole fight started off from Odyssey was just trying to get some stacks, and I think it was Yakuza who was just trying to get some vision up in the triangle. Awkward timing, ended up in a team fight, and they were able to come out on top, kinda, in the end. The obs did get dewatered, so they don't have vision of the side of the map yet. But Odyssey popped the ulti, and he's just...
There's an invis on Ashan. And he's got 13 seconds to ult. He might want to turn this. He might want to turn this. They do have the tombstone down. Pog Daddy's gonna get the stun. Not gonna connect. No, Wannabe's gonna take some right clicks to the face, but it's the beefiness of Schmickles is just too big.
He's a big boy. He goes to the
He's a
gym
big
every
boy.
day, like someone else on the EGL. Anyway,
Well, that's Buddha balls. I mean, my bra eats chicken breasts and egg whites every day, dude. The Oaks picks up. We're talking about not a hero. The guy literally picks up. Picks up. Oh, bot lane. Shazo. Surely pop ult. Please
Fine.
pop ult. Please pop ult. Please.
no.
Oh no. Nah, he's gonna TP away. He knows, man. He knows too much.
But the guy that isn't beefy at the moment, we got to talk about this Alchemist. He's quite far behind at the moment. 12 minutes, doesn't even have his Sacred Relic here. He does have a lot of free space. That is the bit that they have the advantage at the moment. Royalty isn't really in the position to go hunt for him.
Oh well, I mean, Ash and friends are ready to hunt themselves. The freeze does land on 2, but at what cost? Schmuggles, well, they're gonna leave him. And Wannabe is going to be able to get out of that one. I want action, bro. I want to see Smagolia get a kill on Wannabe. Yeah.
Well, they've got the level 4 with the tombstone, so as soon as any sign of trouble, he's going to pop it here. And, yep, there we go.
Oh, Shmakat on the front line, looking for the kill there. Did you get the one silence? That's going to be it for Wannabe. He's going to get pushed aside by the ult from Achan as we get the kill. Here come the Mortimer kisses from Rasputin on the back of Butabol. He's going to get down. Yakuza does get the shackle down with the Cookie takes him out as Bogdy gets the Laguna Blade down, gets the kill. And Schmelens is going to go for the kill, but no. As we see Achan immediately there with the axes. And they're going to clean that up. Good clean up there from Ashi and friends. And they committed 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, committed 4 for bot.
The cookie there from who is it? From Rasputin onto the leaner, cancelling the shackle, and the shaman's just looking at it. No, please don't do it.
And that's gonna be
top lane.
that's gonna be first tier 1, right? Yeah, first tier
That was
1.
the first tier 1. Top lane, it's pretty sure they're going to get it here as well. There's no one from Ashi up on the side of the map at the moment. If they commit here to defend this, it's sort of wasting the space that they've got here in this with the smoke on their jungle, or opposing jungle rather.
Achan, Sputnik, with the ball, all in the jungle looking for a Sputin. Yeah, they're gonna find him. There's the Raw, it's gonna land. You get the Arcane Curse down as well with the last word, and that's gonna be a pretty good kill. That's
Tombstone for that.
committed. Yeah, but too much. Like, I mean, they chose to use Primal Raw, they used Arcane Curse, last word. I think it was a bit much.
They do want to get this mid tower. They have
Yeah.
control of the Royalties jungle at the moment, and that bot tower isn't there anymore. So if they get this mid, they can pretty much completely control the opposing jungle at the moment. And
Yeah, but look at the fight recap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 abilities used just to get 1 kill on mid. That's how dedicated Ash and friends are right now to making sure. I mean, what's the storyline here, George? Who needs to do what right now?
Ooh, are you talking about Ashi or the game?
No, the storyline between these two teams. Who needs to win this, and who is just kind of like trying to prove themselves?
Well, see, Royalty, they've been on a long road. Like I mentioned, they've been through that massive roster shuffle. Well, not massive, it's just the long-term roster shuffle of everyone switching teams here and there. And they've settled nicely on this stack. Of course, Pogdate is subbing in it for Ido at the moment. And they've got Royalty now backing them, and they need to make a big run here. And EGL being the biggest tournament of the year, it's the one that counts. And if they can get a top 8 here, it's going to be very big for them. I suspect that's even where their goals are, if not even higher than that. But Ashi,
Opportunity.
He wants to be
He
alive.
wants to be down as Smagolia is gonna right clip him, but Butabuli gets the kill there.
Can I have anyone make a list of all the different things tonight? That'd be great to see. But, yeah. Ashi and friends,
You're gonna make my job difficult, man. I'm gonna get a creative one out. I'm gonna make content out of it, bro. Like,
What about this? What about this, Shakey? You can call him a different name every time, but if you repeat it, I don't know. We got to think of a forfeit.
A forfeit for repeating of names.
If you repeat
I
the
can
name
deal that.
of the
I'm pretty.
Undying.
Oh,
Achan,
Odyssey.
though. Ooh.
Achan, he does have the ace. He does have the blade. It's gonna come through. I just Achan, man, you baiting me out here for a big play. As we see the whole of Ash and friends in the triangle, just looking for opportunity. As he even baited out his team, they all were there, prepped and ready. But yet another tower is going to fall, and this is going to be the last tier 1 for Royalty.
Radiant's top
We oh, with the belly looking for Odyssey. He's pretty tanky himself, but he did pop that. That pop.
Yep, there
that
we go.
Hawkeye as he gets the deny off with the silence. Is this going to be enough? There's a lot of stacks.
Shazo's going to be in trouble here if he doesn't watch out.
Let's get the
If
cookie
user-
out.
Yeah.
are fortified.
Yeah, Odyssey gets out at least as they save their pause 1, but at what cost though? Because that tier 2 is taking some serious amount of damage. Last word gets used on Rasputin yet again. And we just see more and more harassment coming out here from... Oh, Wannabe just get caught in another spot. Does he get caught? No, Free's not going to land. Again, Wannabe wants to be in the wrong position. As you get more Mortimer kisses flying through it. Butterbully takes a few of them to the face. The flames are too much. Here comes the hammer, but it doesn't get the kill. No connection.
Radiant's top tower
And I'm kind of just wanting action here, George. I'm really list for some big plays, but I feel like people are missing some stuff.
That was a very awkward fight. You had the start
Yeah.
there of Odyssey getting caught out and Buddhabilly was running after him. And then exactly what we said earlier, the Dawn ulti came out and instantly Global Silence popped. Couldn't get onto him, so now at the same time, Royalty doesn't want to fight because their Sven's low and they've used the Dawn ult. And, Ashi actually catches him on the high ground, yeah.
Big shackle though, but they do have Shazo with the massive swing and not a miss as Phoenix gets a double. But while that happens, we do.
That from last word up on the hill.
We did? Oh, okay. I thought there was another death happening. I was frantically looking around the map, but they got 1 for 2. Not a good trade for Ashi and friends.
Definitely not there. They thought they could be cheeky and catch him on the high ground trying to devote there, but it didn't work out.
Talking about cheeky, Bogdad is looking here for Schmetterling, but he's sitting. Oh no! He- what? I thought he was. He just realized his mistake.
middle tower.
I don't think he saw it.
knows. Dual Brett's gonna slow him down. Did you get the freeze? This surely should be enough. As Wannabe says, you've been killing me the whole time, Schmuckles, and I'm going to just use everything I have to kill you as well.
808, yeah, he has his ulti pop, so he doesn't really want to fight now. It's expiring soon. They did have the last change to Elk where they increased the duration, so downtime on his ulti is much less. But still, you never want to be in an awkward situation where you're waiting 30 seconds for your ult to come back up. He does have that BKB now, and he is the top of the last hits and the net worth. So he has recovered, but he's got to get a lot more beefy at this point for Ashi to close us out, because you can see Royalty can defend despite them not being ahead of him.
They can defend, but I do feel like they've got a lot to offer right now. We see Odyssey, he has the blink up, and there's a lot of opportunity to start fighting. But what is... I mean, I wanted to say, what do they need to do right now to get this momentum back from Ashi? But as I said, that a smoke's been used, and it looks like they're attempting to try and get back some momentum.
Yeah, Royalty here, they opted to go to the triangle, haven't
Radiant
found
are
anyone.
scanning.
Odyssey
That's a
has
double
shown
smoke.
that- yeah, they just scan. They want to see where they are at the moment, and no one knows where anyone is. Even
Yeah,
with
we
the
just-
talk on the Beastmaster, it's like everyone's just done a full circle around. the
Both
entire
teams are
map.
screaming Marco, and we're just waiting for the first person to pop up and scream Polo, as both teams have smoked up. And it's couriers everywhere. It's just like, it's madness. It's like a whole zoo. And they're just gonna opt for triangle farm. But this might be action.
Yeah, this might
Royalty?
be very bad here.
On the back, Shaz on the front line, looking for the kill. But the Bully's gonna be the first one to react to that. Look at this. It lands on 2. The wall's gonna connect on the back line. Here comes the silence, the shackle on Shazo. He's gonna get down to the back, while 808 just eats into the back as we get 2 down for Royalty. Desperately trying to back away. Bogdad, his stun's gonna land for 808 onto Wannabe. Here comes the axes as well from 8chan. And beautiful play from... I mean, that stun from 808 won them that fight. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, the timing from Sven's jump in was just so bad. Like, it was just so unfortunate, sorry. It wasn't bad. It was just extremely unfortunate that as soon as he jumped in, that concoction flew and he got stunned into the thick of it. And then, obviously, Buddhabilly had the opportunity then of his ult. And, I mean, George... Like I said, where do you think Royalty's standing right now? They just opted to... And it was a beautiful smoke, but I just feel like they kind of... Yeah.
It was actually there. They were making the right play. They saw the jumpers coming, so they immediately threw the stun. It was lucky that they got 2 with the Elk stun, but it was the global there after that enabled them to win that fight. The Jakera or the Snapfire weren't able to throw out the rest of their spells. They had the Macropire down, but it's not really enough. You need to have those stuns coming out every second, every time they're on their downtime. And Ashi, they're fine to keep fighting here. Oh,
The Puna plane is going to connect, but the Raw is going to be able to be the answer for that one. As Shazo jumping in the backline, Cookie's going to land out from Rasputin to land the back onto Bhutan. He's going to go down. TP from Chan. Do they have something for it? They don't.
Everything down at the moment. That was a very awkward fight. Royalty didn't really want to take that. Swain ult was still on cooldown. It was on like 3 or 4 seconds there as the fight broke out.
Silence, fool.
Very lucky that they ended up taking that, but the Dawn ult doing the work.
Yeah, it's like, this is the kind of the beauty of casting games like this, is that we obviously as casters, we look at what's going on in front of us, and then we think, all right, you know, there's an advantage going for this one team, but sometimes the vision just isn't there. It's like being a referee, right? You know, like a lot of people watch rugby and they think the referee is doing really bad, but you don't understand with the perspective of the player and the referee itself, so sometimes you kind of get lost in the game. You know? So I think Ashi kind of did lose a bit of vision there, and kind of like a tunnel vision towards that tier 2, and they got punished for it.
Got the Roche now on the Swain. Wannabe again. Wants to be
Those
alive.
wild axes are yeah, those wild
I'm
axes
keep
were
saying
doing
that
something.
joke. I'm never letting it go. That one's
Okay.
fine. He chose the name. I'm gonna use it.
Wannabe. Pog Daddy. I love the name Pog Daddy. It's just such a good like slide off the tongue, you know. And whatever this Smogolia oak is, I don't know. It's yeah, whatever. It's just, I don't know, man. Why you gotta make my job difficult?
Hey, you chose yourself to call him different names.
Hey, I'm actually having fun making up names on the go more than anything.
Yakuza.
Pog Daddy might spot out Yakuza. He takes one stump to the face. The Shackle did get off, but the Cookie's going to help him clean that one up. And I mean, now it gets to the point, 7k lead, obviously just because of the Ulk. Ulk is just, he's having the time of his life. He's got Radiance, Assault Cuirass, he's got BKB. I mean, this guy is literally just allowed to do whatever he wants. I mean, his team's creating space for him. But do you think that... Is there anything like... Is there anything that you think would be good for them to do right now?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The situation is currently Royalty. They have this Aegis. They won that last fight. They're down on net worth, but that's mainly just from the Alchemist. He has this massive 7k lead over the Sven. And then if you're looking at the rest of the heroes, Royalty are in a good position because Lena has her damage. She has a BKB that she can output damage and not be worried about anything. The only real thing she's got to care about is that Raw and Sansa ulti, which is a lot, but again, they want to commit that for the Sven. They don't really want to commit that onto the Lena, which can be taken out quite easily with a Shaman and potentially once he gets his Blink Hex, and then Lena has no game. So at the moment, Ashi, they just got to keep rolling with the Sven here. He is their powerhouse. He has that AC finished. So they got to play with the Sven at the moment. That's their game plan.
Dire's
I've got a question for you, right? And I just saw this coming from production, and there's a pretty good thing that I didn't notice before we go into that, because we do have a Raw straight onto Shazo from Asia, and he does land it from a Raw, but dude, that shard from Dawnbreaker is allowed to just leave.
Yep.
But what I wanted to say is, we don't have a helm on
The Dominator, yeah, on the Beastmaster.
the Beastmaster.
I do see where he's gone with this build. Remember, he was in this mid lane, so he
Yes.
wasn't the off lane sort of hero, so he has to output more damage. The Dom route is more to be controlled, to have a lot of damage that comes up passively, versus this Blink Ags route that he's gone. He wants to amp up his damage, so the axes of course apply the damage amp stack every time he throws them, removes the cooldown as well, so it's a way for him to increase his damage exponentially without much cost, versus another item he'd have to go with would be what, like AC Echo Saber sort of route, but the Alk's gonna go AC, and he'd have to go Blink anyway, so the Ags is a nice route for him that it doesn't overcomplicate the game. You don't have to have perfect positioning for him to be able to do work and output damage here.
But I mean, there used to be a meta quite a while ago where that was the build to go onto.
It was because
this
they
monster.
were very broken.
They were, but it's
very
interesting
broken.
to see that again. Like I haven't seen it in a while.
Sven,
Meta-
oh my!
This is
damn
a
it.
very bad place for you to be in. Silence going to come out from Woodley. There goes the Ages, as we see what they're going to do with this opportunity. 808 gets a stun on the BKB's going to get popped out. He doesn't land actually on Shazo because he gets the BKO as well. Jump in from 808. The right click's going to fly through as we try and get as much as possible, but sustain from Shazo is going to heal, all while on the backline the kill from Prog Daniel Yakuza as Odyssey tries to pick up the pieces, and 808 is still stuck within the thralls of this fight as he tries to save it for his team. 3 down for Ashi and friends. Buta Billy trying to make it all work as he just right-click with a scatter flash shot, pushes him back, the stuns there, and now all that is left is Shmamuza as he goes down. The freezes there, the right-clicks from Shazo are gonna clean it up, and there you guys have the first team white coming out from Royalty. Royalty!
That was a sick fight. The Global and the Raw coming out just as the Sven respawned on his Aegis. He made a little bit of a mistake stepping up too far, and that Silencer outputting all of that damage. It just killed him off instantly. And then we saw respawn BKB and instantly got countered with the Global, with the Raw, and he just stood there with no BKB once he came out of it. And Al came in to sort of take over that fight, but then at that point they'd committed so much onto that Sven, they were able to turn around. And it's just the sustain from Dawn that really kept this alive. Hey, you don't like to kill it, but he lived.
I'll give him credit.
Because everyone goes, oh, he's useless, don't kill him.
I'll give him credit that I spotted one chance says, how's it, Chana? I'm going to stop you from doing this real quick. I do have more than enough as that Aghanim's wild axes. Ooh, that is quite nice. Can they take... Did they get it back? Can they take back this outpost, please? Is that...
Yes? No?
Can they? Okay, I was just checking. Just making sure.
Fine.
So, but George, right? So that game was really difficult. That team fight, right? And I want to pick your brain on this. Yes. We saw the jump in obviously from Alchemist. It didn't really do a lot. He's gonna buy Basher, which is gonna be good against the BKB. Is there anyone that he needs to get Ags for right now that might make a difference for the fight? Because I mean that's a big mechanic of him.
I'm looking at the Ags options here. They don't really want to commit onto this Undying for him to get Ags because that bonus strength steal, it'll do a lot against the Dawn and the Sven, but at the moment they have a lot of what's it called? Green
Smoke,
damage.
sorry. I'm gonna put a pin in that just real quickly as we maybe no, I think he's gonna get out. Yeah, that's fine. There was an opportunity, but the BKB TP out pretty good. So you were saying?
Beast was TPing in there, but it just took a bit too long. So good call. But Royalty controlling this top now, and this is fine for them. I think they're wanting to check Roche for once it respawns. It can respawn, I believe, in 1 minute. Yep. So they're going to be looking for that here. They retook this outpost, and it's a bit of an iffy situation here because on the side of Ashi, Alka's your farmed hero, right? And he's the one that's being given that farm priority through the game. But it sort of feels like Buddha Billy is the one that's outputting the most damage here.
Don't you think that Ags on Silencer might be a good idea? Because obviously at the level 25 talent, we're quite huge. Oh, the diving from the backline. Kobe! As it lands, Wannabe gets a stun. We do have a raw opportunity to kill off Odyssey. Ult's gonna come through from Dawn. He's gonna immediately focus the boot ability as we see more death and destruction occur as the jump in comes out from Shazo as he's gonna keep popping that wall. Axe is trying to get that stacks up. Here comes the back in for 808. They do have that kill. That's 4 people down. Last one to stand is Pog Daddy. And like you said, 14 seconds now left on the clock for that Ages. And Rosh might be a good opportunity for them. No? What do you think?
Oh, DD just spawned. It's a very good chance if they get a low respawn time. Pray for low respawn time if you're an Ashi and Friends fan. But they're definitely going to get a lane of racks here with this Alchemist. They have the AC, and Buddha Billy is just outputting stacks. 52 perma int at the moment, nearly 200 intelligence on him. So that last word is just outputting, what's it, 800 something damage if I can remember
Ridiculous.
It's insane now. So the Sven is having a horrible time. He's getting roared the whole time. He's getting global. Can't really get onto a hero and kill them off quick enough. So it's a problem here. I feel like Sven, He's trying his best. He's opting for the SNY in his build. Oh, Yakuza!
Yakuza jumps the back. He gets the shackle, the full stop. Doesn't matter though, because the range is going to extend. Wild Axe is going to try and stack up as they get their first tier 3 and barracks. Ash and friends on the doorstep of royalty as we wait for yet another push. Possibly, George? Rosh now? Or do you think we push another lane?
They haven't seen this DD. Keep that in mind. We can see it as observers, but actually haven't seen this DD, so they're not even going to opt to check for Roche at the moment. It will respawn in 1 minute, but it was a 2-minute spawn. Ooh, Byleveld and Yakuza here.
Oh, the right clicks, man. That's a lot. That's a lot. No, that's too much, man. That's too... Byleveld, stop. Someone's gonna come through. Byleveld, just leave them alone, man. They threw BKBs. Hello? Jumping from Shazo. Well, that's not gonna connect though, but look at the damage from the silencer as he just eats through the health of royalty with a triple kill on Byleveld. Can you please tell this guy to chill?
Byleveld definitely took math pure. My word, his brain is massive. All of that in just doing so much pure damage, and that last word on the snapfire, it's like, oh guys, I'm fine, I lived, and then 800 damage just out of nowhere. Pog Daddy though, he's got this DD in top lane.
I mean, he does. There is a... Oh, is it going to be enough? Because there's a lot of sustain, the stuns stacking, maybe, possibly, BKB, not going to be enough, no. As Yakuza jump in, pops out the Lincolns, but that's going to be it because Pog Daddy, guess what, still has the DD. Byleveld, behind you, Byleveld. You're in trouble. Pog Daddy trying to get the right kicks. No, he turns it into a triple as... Skittles gets the kill, damn it! I'm trying not to say 2 words at the same time. But beautiful play there. I mean, Byleveld just completely ignored the Lina, and it cost him. I mean, how much did you get from that?
I think I'm not too sure, but I don't think Yakuza saw that he popped the Lincolns with the Hex there. I think he blink hexed onto the Lina, popped the Lincolns, but he didn't see it, so he's like doing the little dance around, just waiting for this the cooldown to come off so he could do the shackle. And he got the BKB off, and he just realized, he's like, oh wait, I'll shackle Sven, and then he dies. So it might have been a tiny misplay, not seeing it there, because he has that ability to pop the Lincolns and still stun him off. And honestly, not doing that much damage at the moment. So Byleveld easily would have killed the two of them there if they could just hold off on the Lina, because she's the one that's doing the damage on the side of royalty.
Yeah, no, I see Wannabe struggling. Lowest part of the net worth. He's doing the long walk.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's doing what needs to be done in this game, and that's warding. Trying to get as much for his team. I mean, for where he is right now, he's not been doing too bad. Like he's gotten the important stuns off the freezes from his second ability, and he's done what's needed to be done. But I think the supports from royalty. Game could be better. Both of them has, I think, opted. Is that 2 4-staffs? Yeah, that's brilliant. I love that.
It's all of the lockdown that they have. So the shaman being able to 4-staff someone once he's hexed or shackled, it just allows them for more repositioning. It is a pity you can't 4-staff an ally once they're BKB. So if they do get BKB roared, it's gonna be a bit nasty.
Rush is gonna go down quick.
Very quick. Very quick. So AC plus acid spray, all that minus armor.
Plus stacks of wild axes, which I think he got like 9 of. So
he's got Berserker's Potion now. This is going to be very sick. So here we go. It's going to be prediction: the fight of 808 versus Byleveld. Who on their team can output more damage?
So can you explain Berserker's Potion to me while we pause? Because I don't really build shard on Alk, so I'm not too familiar with it.
So it gives a basic dispel. So you're able to dispel. Hell, what am I looking from the side? I guess you can dispel the slow from Jakiro. That would be about the only thing. But it gives the main thing is
Stuns?
HP regen and attack speed for 10 seconds. So it's like a mini Alk ulti.
But you can also dispel stuns, right?
Yes, you can.
So if you get stunned like Balina or Dawn or Sven, that can also remove that, or Cookie as well.
Yes, but keep in mind the Lina stun is the strong dispel.
Okay.
Just be... actually, what would be? I just think Cookie is the only one. No, not even Cookie. They're all strong dispels.
Strong dispel, okay.
But,
fair enough.
It's the main reason is for that HP regen and attack speed. It sort of makes you a siege master. Byleveld Yeah, guys, I'm the carry now. I've got the Aegis.
Oh,
Just-
the right click
just
stuff
chill.
pure damage is too much, man. And look at the range. It's just so unfair. Stun is going to land. And you know what? He also has an enchanted quiver. So much extra. I think my son's backing out. Oh, my God. The link is big for them. They do get the inverse off. He has a Silver's a jump in immediately. Here comes the silence. So he doesn't have the stun yet. Available just yet as Shazo commits the ult to try and just mitigate the type of farm. The right clicks from the back is just too much for them to deal with as the fight keeps going. Shazo goes down and 808 is cleaning up the back. Pogdag takes some right clicks, he's gonna pop the silvers, but they do have the vision on him. He's gonna go 2 buybacks, gonna come out here from royalty as we might see the last fight of this game. Stun's gonna land. Wannabe's gonna take some to the front face, but it's just too much. He jumps in ultra with the ability. Oh, we're gonna see a rampage. Wannabe, the silence, the freezes, it lands, the blinks. It's too much. The Lincolns gets popped out. Here comes a right click from Putabali. He has it. Last word's gonna connect. Rampage from Putabali lands up. Can he make it a double? Wannabe pushes him away with a 4-star, but the Rossouw coming through, and a double rampage from Putabali as it lands, and GG gets called. Oh my, the silencer has had an absolutely insane game.
Oh my
What
word.
a game.
I believe that is the first Dell Rampage of EGL One Season 3 that we've had on stream. And oh, that was a good one to do. Buddha putting the team on his back, the big brain of the operation, really bringing it through. All of that int that he was able to gain through the game. Ash, it's a tough one. Ashley played well. Let's not discredit that. Their draft was really good. It countered what Royalty were trying to do early on in the drafting phase. But at the end of the day, it was Odyssey just... They didn't have enough damage. So Sven jumps in and he's popped his BKB and he's going. He hasn't been silenced by Global because they somehow managed to stun the Sansa, but he just wasn't doing enough damage there at the end of the day. The Elk and the Beastmaster buffing up Buddha on the Sansa to take them down. So yeah, that is game number 1. Ashi and friends take it a little bit on the other side of things that was being predicted, but Royalty, Esports Purple, they're going to have to take game 2 here to push it to a best of 3. So we will see what happens in game number 2. And yeah, we will see you guys right there.
That's a bit.
I want you to stay. 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 I want you to stay.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight. Wait tonight, better off. I'm gonna find my way tonight. Wait tonight, won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Won't you talk to me? We'll make a new tomorrow. Won't you talk to me?
What makes this happy face?
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight. Wait tonight, better off. I'm gonna find my way tonight. Wait tonight, won't you talk to me? I wanna heal your sorrow. Won't you talk to me? We'll make a new tomorrow. Won't you talk to me?
What makes this happy face?
Ladies and gentlemen, boomers and zoomers, welcome back to game number 2 of Royalty Esports Purple versus Ashi and Friends. Ashi and Friends taking game number 1 in convincing-ish fashion. It was a little messy here and there, but at the end of the day, they had that bit of damage to really take control of the game. Shakey was having a hard time coming up with new names, so I hope you got some new ones for who's the undying schmuggle of Ashi at this point. You got
I think
any
it's. I've got a few in the back pocket. I think I can throw out a few more. But I think I've got his. It's apparently like a Schmuggles. I think that's his like actually the name. So I'm gonna try and stick to that. But like I don't know, man. It's the name just completely catches me off guard. But George,
Yes.
that
That is my
game though.
name.
That Buddha Billy, man, on Silencer. We spoke about how Silencer really needs a good start and stuff. And offlane Silencer, I mean, that's what they got. Don't you agree?
No, offline silencer works. When you can have these games that go long, he's sort of like a Slark that can get stacks a lot more easier. So I'm not even sure how many stacks he ended up with at the end of the game there, but it was a lot. So he had more than 60 by the end of the game, so that's a lot of pure damage coming out. But more importantly, it's a lot more amping on his last word and the curse as well, which against the Dawn, Snapfire, Sven does a lot. And of course we had the interactions with the global being able to PS BKB, so cancelling out the Dawn ult, making Sven useless, making Lena not be able to do anything. It was fun.
Yeah, it's just too much. Bans. I said I wanted to get Tiny banned out the way. I wanted to get Dawnbreaker banned out the way. But we see that Marcy's also been something that's been banned out quite a lot as well.
Marcy's statistically the better hero than Dawn at the moment, but I feel like it's those that sort of thing of Dawn has just been a bit more impact no matter where you can put her, and you can have it a bit more flex as well. You can put it in 1, you can put it in 3, you can put it in mid theoretically. I'm not sure if we have seen it thus far on stream. But it's a little more versatile than Marcy at the moment. Who's not a hero is saying Marcy's just a better Earth Spirit. The ulti does nothing, but the rest of the kit is good.
True.
And Dawnbreaker again.
It gets picked up now.
Ashi had first pick here, they'd be stupid not to take it.
And then Titus don't George, by the look of the bans from World Team, do you think that they might have had enough of Beastmaster?
Yeah, I think they've had their fair share now. 3 games in a row that Beast has had an impact on them. It was different this time around in that mid lane. But they're just like, just get this hero out. We're not going to play against.
But I
Give
mean,
them Dawn. We'll fight. They
Five
beat us on
credit
Dawn
due.
when we had Dawn, so surely we could beat them with it.
yeah. I mean, credit due though, like that Dawn did set up a lot. Like he was constantly there, setting up as much fights as possible. So, Rubik. I love playing Rubik. That's honestly, I feel like it's the Invoker almost, but you just get to choose what you want your abilities to be. And now with the fact that your Ags also gives you 2 spells that you can use, it's just like you literally feel how Rubik should be, and that's like the spell stealing mage. It's just extremely entertaining to play. Do you think where does Rubik stand in your opinion in the meta right now?
He's always a safe pick you can go back to. He's not one of the core heroes at the moment. He's not a Marcy Dawn. Tiny Zeus or Dawnbreaker. I said Dawn twice. Worth repeating twice. So he's okay. You can pick him up in this sort of scenario where you have Tiny and Zeus, good spells to steal. And he's got that a good kit with him as well. The stun and the damage in lane is a nice added bonus. And then Rubik's mechanic of his Arcane Supremacy.
Yes.
That makes every spell he gets better than the others. So it's fine. It's nothing amazing, nothing broken.
Nothing broken.
It's good. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Yeah, fair enough. And I mean, his shard and if he gets shard and Ags, that also reflects towards the spell shard and Ags. So that's quite, I think, quite nice. So, but yeah, all around good bans going to come out as well. We see Lifestealer get banned out, Jug gets banned out, Arc, Warden. I think pretty meta bans.
I'm gonna go check quickly. I'm pretty sure Lifestealer and Jug have been some of the most banned heroes in the meta at the moment, at least within EGL, just simply because they have that BKB built into them that they can use against Dawnbreaker. And if I'm ever look at it now, 18 and 17 respectively for Jug and Lifestealer the times they've been banned. Lifestealer's only been picked once. He's only been picked once, and Dawn has been picked 13 times. So they've been banned out more than that. Dawn has been banned 18 times, so it's about the same level there at the moment. Jug has the ability, besides the BKB being able to counter the spin of Dawn,
Yes.
he has the abilities in the kit at the moment to output damage no matter which game he's in. So it warrants a ban. Yeah, I think there's a lot more to it, but I'll let you carry on for a bit. I need to contemplate my thing.
That's okay. I mean, I think that Ashi and Friends is completely in their own right away to try and ban out stuff that's gonna be good enough for them to like ban out stuff that's really good against them to negate any sort of like stun or push or stuff from Rubik. Oh man, I wanted to say again, there's this meta about sustain and stuff, and you really need something like anti-sustain, and Pudge is literally right now the anti-sustain. But speaking about good things that just been picked up, George, I mean, you usually run with this, but I feel like there's stuff that's supposed to be, isn't there stuff right now?
There's allegedly stuff, right?
Is there allegedly stuff?
There's allegedly stuff, but here's the thing, Shakey, you always got to remember, on EGL, with Esports, with Evetech, Powered by Dell and Intel, there's always free stuff.
Why did that sound so majestic? I don't know. I want this free stuff now.
Yes. So tonight's free stuff is an Evesports gaming mousepad. So it's one of the nice big desk ones. You always got to have the desk ones. If you haven't tried a desk pad instead of a normal mousepad, you're missing out. So if you want to enter to get the free stuff, we'll touch on the draft in a second here. All you got to do is head over to the Twitch channel of twitch.tv/esportsza, and you can enter there by typing in chat only once EGL One. So that is EGLONE. Type it in chat. You can follow the rest of the regulars if you're not sure exactly what to type, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. But only type it once. If you type it more than once, I'm gonna slap you on the wrist. But yeah, that's it. So enter into the draw and you can win an Evetech mousepad, which is nice. I got one here. It's very good.
I don't.
I think it's one. Yeah. What the hell?
Can someone enter for me, please? That would be pretty cool. if you don't mind, please. But let's touch on the draft, all right? Let's touch on the draft. So I just said, right? I'm trying to think you with my third eye. I just said that we need to get anti-sustain, right? Which was the Pudge. And then Ash and Fred's against anti-sustain against the anti-sustain of Royalty against the sustain of Ash, which is the AA, which is like really complex, right? So like you got sustain from Timbersaw, which doesn't do well against Pudge, but you got the back end from Ancient Apparition that does really good against the sustain of Pudge. But then Pudge also does really good against the sustain of Timbersaw and Dawnbreaker. So like this complex.
Wrecks a Pudge though.
It does.
Let's keep that in mind. He removes his strength and then he does pure damage the whole time. So his flesh heap isn't going to really help him. The main thing is this AA against the Pudge here. AA doesn't really go up well against the others, but against this Pudge, it's going to be a way for them to lock him down and stop that absurd amount of heal you get if you have life or spell life steal on Rot. But I like this Razor pickup, honestly.
I mean, like I said, the backup from AA is just going to be amazing.
Razor here is a nice pick for Royalty, given all of the carries that have been banned out. You've got Elk, Lifestealer, Jug banned out already, so the good ones left in the pool is what? Ursa is what I'm thinking off the top of my head. Razor does well against them.
For Ashi, yeah.
Yeah, that's why Royalty took the Razor here.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, if they stick this Dawn on a Puzz one, it could also work that side. But Dawn, I think, then is just going to focus on killing off the Zeus, killing off the Tiny, possibly whoever their mid lane is, but it could not be the Zeus. Ugh, I half hate all of these flex picks. It makes my job very hard.
I mean, like the Razor is known for being anti-hero. Like you said yourself, it's like really good against anything that's going to start right-clicking at you.
Yeah.
Do you think that this might be a POS 1 Pudge with the POS 3 Razor? Zeus going mid. I mean, Zeus also gets picked up support a lot. But do you think we're seeing a POS 1 Pudge? Like, I feel like it's just so weird sitting in that third pick position.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If Pudge is a POS 1 here, he's going to have a rough lane. He'll be up against either the Timbersaw A or the Timbersaw Rubik, neither of which he really wants to be in, especially given his options for supports at the moment, which is either they have to the last pick, what do you call it? Support now to go in lane to help with that if they really want to stick and carry. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck with Tiny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not really that good at the moment. So they can opt to take the Razor off lane and the Pudge as a 3, but I think Royalty, they might even stick this Pudge pos 4 now, given the Timbersaw and AA. Stick the Zeus mid and then pick a nice 3 position to play around with him. But then at the damn it, this is what I hate.
See what I mean?
hate
There's this
It's because if you
interchanging.
have Pudge, Tidy, then you have a Zeus. Like, oh god damn it.
There's this interchange. That's what I said. That's what I love about this. You were like, what? And I was like, dude, I'll see it. I visioned it. Is this interchanging counter versus counter versus counter versus good versus bad? Like, this whole, both these drafts are so good. And I think this is why they're taking so much time to pick. And
it's done.
I love
It's
it.
done.
Witch Doctor
It's
Maledict against Pudge, you've done a good job. I think this is a really good rounded fight that they've got right now.
You know what I'm betting?
What?
I'm betting this is a mid Witch Doctor.
10 seconds remaining.
I think you need to go wash your mouth.
It's a mid Witch Doctor, and he's
5
going to own
seconds
the game.
remaining.
I guarantee it.
I don't want to agree with you. I think I'd rather have mid Rubik than a mid Witch Doctor, to be honest. Really, George? Mid Witch Doctor?
Witch Doctor, I can wholeheartedly say that for me, I would rather play against a Dawnbreaker, Dawnbreaker, Marcy, and Tiny in the upper seat instead of one Witch Doctor. I hate that hero. It can go die in a hole, and I never want to see its purple ass again. You heard me.
I mean,
don't
you
like
seem
the
very,
hero.
you seem
Maledict
very
is so
passionate about
broken,
that.
And his shard is just stupid. It's like, hey, I'm gonna stun you, kill you. Nope. Chops into a little stick.
So, I mean,
He's gonna
I
win the
mean,
game. That's what I'm going.
I mean,
I
royalty's
hate
a bit flabbergasted as it is right now, taking all of their reserve time. I wanted to say Void Spirit, but see, that's banned out.
Choose your hero.
I mean, it deals with the Timbersaw. That's for certain. It deals with
Yeah.
the Timbersaw. That's definitely for certain. They do have that,
carry Odie.
and they also have the opportunity. If it's, is it carry? Oh, yeah, it's carry.
Carry Odie against the Timber. That's a good lane for him.
That's
that's
Pog Daddy.
very
That's
nice.
Zeus
Yeah.
on mid.
And then the
Yakuza,
Carry
it's support. No, that's a support. That's a mid AA. I told you. It's going to be probably a mid AA. No, I didn't tell you. I told you it was Rubik.
Yep.
Never mind. I retract my statement. That was
Fraud.
false. I retract my statement.
I like this OD pick. Royalty thinking out of the box here. This is a very out of the box draft as a whole, but this is a nice one. They took the box from a delivery, and they just ripped it up on the sidewalk, left it there, and took the draft inside with them. This is nice.
I mean,
I like
yeah.
what they've done here.
Yeah, it's both teams. I think they definitely thought about this, and in terms of the best case scenario, I think both these teams really got what they needed. It's going to be interesting how. I mean, AA mid. I've seen it a lot in pubs, and people like to play it as a troll, and it is kind of good in
He's
the really
got a- he's
specific
got a good game
situations.
set up for it, right?
But
So
don't you
if you're
think OD
looking-
can just counter his ult with his Astral Imprisonment? Like especially mid.
I'm more looking at as what AA has with him instead of what he's got against, right? So, in a team fight, he's going to have damage that's coming out from the Maledict. He can force people to run and not fight into the Dawnbreaker, and Dawnbreaker can have an easy time chasing after them. And then the Timbersaw is a nice hero that he can sit behind comfortably, know that even if they try and get to him, they're going to take a lot of damage on the way. It's fine. It's okay here. It's a little unfortunate. There's not too much countering with his Ice Blast on the enemy team. It's really only Pudge that is going to feel the impact of that. But his stun from the Cold Feet and the Chilling Touch, it's going to do a lot of damage here. The Zeus, notoriously very squishy hero. Even with that buff to the Heavenly Jump, or not buff, that addition of the Heavenly Jump, he's going to struggle against this AA. But again, like you say, counters to counters to counters, they have this Pudge, and he can build a shard, and he can save the Pog Daddy at the end of the day. So it's...
Well, I mean, it will
I take economics, and there's less counter plays than that, because my word,
Yeah.
this is all over the place.
Well, we'll see what happens, and I think we're off to a good start. I do want to remind the viewers that you guys are watching the best Dota South Africa has to offer on the best tournament South Africa has to offer right now. We are on EGL One Season 3, sponsored by Dell and Intel, and we are going to take it into the second game as Royalty goes up against Ashi Friends. Ashi having a 1-0 lead. If they take this game, it's going to be a complete 2-0, which I'm pretty sure Royalty doesn't want, and I'm pretty sure both of us, George, can agree that content is better than people stomping games. So I'd love this to go to the best of 3. So best of luck to both teams, and bro, let's get this game started. I'm ready.
It's gonna get started, but which doctor's gonna win it? So it's fine. It's pre-decided.
Can you leave?
No, I will not leave this little purple man with his walking stick alone.
Can you? I'm gonna choke you. Okay. All right. So. All right.
We're starting game 2 this time. Okay. Let's check out these lanes here. So nothing too odd at the moment. We do have Pudge sitting up at the top lane, but that is a better synergy with the OD than the Tiny. So Tiny off lane is going to see if he can get anything done with Razor here. Toss back into the Link is a nice little combo that they can do. He's currently holding the skill point for either the Toss or Avalanche. And he's got boots finished up already, so he wants to be running around, helping out mid potentially as well.
I like that. I like a Tiny that you get boots first with Tango, and it just because I mean the biggest thing for Tiny is needing to get on top of the unit that you want to toss back, or a Ras or whatever.
Hey,
Ooh, big hook top, put a belly top, as we see some harassment, but he kind of missed opportunity. Like the tower, it was like a little bit out of the range. I think if he stood like in that little this little area, I don't know how to explain it, like of the trees just below the tower. Like I wanted to say ravine, but I feel like that's wrong. But you know what I mean. Like I think if he stood there, could have probably gotten more hits down. But yeah, good opportunity for this +5 Pudge to put some pressure onto this lane, and that's pure damage on the hook, which is not too bad.
It's always got to be something that they have to consider now. You have this Pudge in a lane, so you can't always be sure that you're going to be sitting in a safe spot. Once he has a few more levels up, mid-level 2 in Rot, and has that extra slow, it'll be much more of a threat. But it's like I said, it's always something they have to consider at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with you. And see, this is going to be interesting because OD gets picked up to try and counteract I don't know, Skittles over your top. So I don't know, but like
you said Skittles before.
I did say Skittles before.
Yeah.
No, that was a previous game. We're in a new game now. I've reset. So like OD is renowned for doing really good against strength heroes, but do you think in this certain matchup with an offlaner and a +1 that's going to be the same thing, or do you think that it's going to be a place where like he might still have a possible, like a better opportunity to get this lane off?
Is this for Odyssey?
Yeah, I mean for Odyssey, like is he in this scenario where it's like a +1 versus a +3? Is it actually going to be good? Because mid is really good because he gets the levels quickly, which makes him really strong against strength.
I think this was more of a situation where any of the carries that
Bot lane might be some action. Maledict's gonna land. 808 falling low. Shazo takes some Maledict to the face, and he's going to be able to get that plasma field off. Gets the first blood as he looks for more. Yakuzo between the trees. The vision's there from Rasputin as they do get the shared kill, but they're stuck in with the trees. Oh no, Shazo! One more. No! Oh, the aggro from the tower hits the creeps. And he can count his ducks lucky as he barely got on that one. The tower just... that was a bit of a yikes, man. I would have panicked.
Yeah. No, it was close. So, he got out, the Maledict wasn't doing too much, and... it'll come into its own, don't worry.
Level 1 Maledict, that's
Level
fine.
1, that's fine.
So, obviously the question is about the stop lane.
No.
OD versus... Oh, Rasputin.
Bot lane, yeah.
808. Does he have? No, he doesn't have abilities to catch. He should. I think Rasputin should be fine, yeah.
He already threw the stuff on, so he's got the boots, he can run out. It wouldn't ace as well, so he's a very speedy little rock. Can have a roll out of there.
Literally just the pebble.
Ooh,
well, no mana on Wannabe. He does have hook only now. But I don't think they've got too much. They don't even have Astral Imprisonment as he's decided to go for Arcane Orb on this OD on Odyssey, so...
It's a good thing to go here. He has the pure damage against the the Timber Saw, so putting more levels into that is going to amp up his damage. Also allows him to secure these last hits a lot more as a carry instead of the mid lane, and that's sort of your priority here.
You're speaking about mid lane though, because I do see Rasputin probably looking for a setup here. But was Rasputin spotted? Oh, they've got a ward. Never mind, they've got a ward in the jungle.
No, that's it. Oh wait, no, there's 2. Sorry.
No, there's 2 wards. There's
Many
2 wards.
maps,
Yeah.
many maps. Now Yakuza here, bottom lane. Got level 2 in this Maledict. I think he definitely knows the Shazo is here.
He needs to watch out.
No.
Rasputin
Yep.
gets the avalanche toss straight to the link. Like you said, it is almost like you predicted what's going to happen. Maledict's going to land. It is level 2 Maledict. Shazo takes 1. That's 2 more ticks that's going to go down.
No, he's fine.
1 more. Easy though? Easy? No, he's not. He's not. Shazo goes down. And the Maledict ends it off.
That's
a good trade.
coming that way as well. So even if he got out, he's going to get blasted in a second.
Yeah, true. Let's talk about this mid lane, because AA is doing surprisingly well against the Zeus. I definitely thought that it was going to be a bit different. Top lane, I do see Schmikil or Schmagoo. He's going to take that. Wannabe is going to go down to the Maledict. Good rotation from Yakuza. Really good rotation from Yakuza.
He died. He's just going to go top lane, help secure the kill. It was a bit of a trouble. They still got the kill because of that Zeus ulti, but
Interesting solve.
made the right play.
Yeah.
Did he solve right? Nice.
Yeah, that's right. So, again, what I'm saying, I'm quite surprised that the AA is actually doing this well against the Zeus. I think that the Zeus with his harass, with his arc lightning, that he's actually decided to max, would do more against the AA, but it seems like the chilling touch. Ooh, we do have a TP bot. There might be some action. With the Billy is extremely low. Here comes the cold feet running up. It's going to come through. Shazo dodges out, goes to the right. The plasma kill is going to give him enough. But we do see a kill, but we're going to keep focusing bot as we might get more action. But it doesn't seem that too much is going to come out of this TP. Butabali is still extremely low. The vision for the creep is going to be there from Rasputin. Might want to get something here, but he doesn't have enough mana to get a toss or an avalanche or anything. As Achan makes his way back to mid lane.
I was looking at that fight. It was just 808 was lacking mana there to throw out his hammer and the spin, so it didn't have enough slow to forget the cold feet stun the stick. Yeah, tiny misplay, but it's fine. This is an 808 carry. Oh no, he's got linked up now.
Toss back. He's only on the creep so he should be fine. I'm curious. I keep looking at, because obviously I asked the question earlier about how would
Dyer's middle tower is under
OD do against Timbersaw in this matchup, and it seems to be pretty good. Like the pure damage from the Arcane Orb seems to be doing a lot, and then you have this added, if I'm not mistaken, this added pressure from the Pudge. You think it like the lane's been doing pretty good, Tom?
Yeah, Pudge has been free roaming for quite a while, so Odyssey feeling strong enough that he can live in this lane at the very least, and he's quite far ahead on the last hits at the moment. 10 up.
Mid, Yakuza, Witch Doctor might be in trouble here. Wannabe's there. Ult's gonna fly through. Barely snips it out from the side. He does have a hook available. No, he does. He just dances between the trees. Wannabe.
Malediction.
Malediction. Really good play there. As the Rot did the work for him, actually.
Yeah, that's very true though. Hey, it's okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Back
attack.
to the topic. So, Timbersaw versus this OD. The Timber has the advantage here, and he's outputting enough at the moment that you can see Timber he's a bit cautious. He doesn't want to step up here and get absolutely melted. He doesn't have that big of an int advantage on the OD. Also, it's about mana with his sanities and stuff. He is level 6. He hasn't leveled it, but Timber doesn't know that. So he's just being a bit cautious now. Mid lane, Rasputin taking a few tower hits trying to get to Achan, but didn't happen.
Oh, they've got vision on this Pudge. They know he's there, and that's 3 committed for mid, or 2 committed with the added benefit as top. Actually goes down to Yakuza. As I'm just waiting for the fight recap. It was
He got
a
Rubik
Benedict.
from a neutral, and then he got picked up by the Rubik a second later. So the neutral's betraying him there. I wonder how that happened. That's a bit weird. Very curious. He got
Very odd.
ensnared.
这波不亏，666。
Strange.
Wannabe misses out that hook. But yeah, I mean, one thing I was curious about. So we've obviously discussed the part of the Timbersaw. From what my understanding, if you want to play pos 1 on Dawnbreaker, generally you're going to be using a lot of mana. Obviously, because your Celestial Hammer is going to be one of the key things to farm with.
Yes.
Don't you think that a Soul Ring would have potentially been better in this lane, especially for the amount of rust that's been done down? And then Soul Ring going into Echo is even more mana, which is just really beneficial for this hero.
Soul Ring is, it's always like, it feels, ooh, as I say, speak of the devil and RT links you. That would be Shazo on the Razor, but he's cosplaying as the devil.
It should be fine, yeah. More of like, no, he's like a Medusa, dude. What do you mean? What do you mean then? Look at this guy. If you look at his model, is literally he's got snakes around his body. Cosplaying as Medusa.
At the moment, the Soul Ring is always feel, for the Dawnbreaker, it feels like one of those items. Oh, it just pays.
Oh, top opportunity. Maledict's gonna land straight onto Wannabe. Here comes the ult in. Wasn't soon enough. 808's gonna come help out his friends. Rasputin gets the avalanche off. That's gonna give them a little bit more space as the right clicks come through from Odyssey. It's doing a lot to 808 as he gets away, but the ult from Bogdan's gonna land on the back low as Schmurgles gets taken out by the toss. Colfig's not gonna be enough from Achan as they push up forward. Opportunity to get the kill. TP's gonna come out. Rasputin. Oh, he barely gets it off as Achan still has to run away. And the ult from Shazo, a bit too much plasma field available. It's gonna connect on 2 as Shadow grabs 2. Oh, and a little bit of a misplay from Yakuza, thinking that he could pop out his stun. And he's got a little bit too close to the sun and burned his feathers to a crisp as the man falls to the ground and 2 goes towards royalty.
It was a little awkward fight there. It's like, we got him, boys, and then Ezo chasing up.
Oh, mid lane, they do get that little pop of Pog Daddy jumping in, and the toss up in the air by Rasputin. He kind of leaves it for chance as real men don't look at explosions. Benedict's gonna connect. Pog Daddy, opportunity, jumps in again like a little fiend he is. And now Avalanche is gonna come through. Right click, Pog Daddy's got the vision from Rasputin, and they're gonna clean up that kill as they kind of turn around. AA ult is gonna just cruise by.
I think he's sending it to base.
To base. Yeah. Just kind of like lumbing all the way to base. Opportunity.
Like
Rasputin says, how's it? This is all to Wannabe. Wannabe says, thanks for the throw. I'll catch this happily. I'm going to pop. And the punch hook is going to be there just to clean it up. And a beautiful team coordination coming up here from Royalty as they turn this game into a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Okay, net with lead, 15-6 lead on the kills, and I quite like where Royalty's standing right now.
Yeah, Royalty doing well here. This tiny of Rasputin is able to run him around the map, make these plays, and he's got a lot of that toss synergy that we've been seeing. So toss into the Razor, as we saw in lane, then toss into the Pudge, into that Rot. It's a good bit of synergy they have going. Whereas on Ashi, they're just looking at raw damage here. It's sort of just killing them within the few spells that they have to control. But at this stage of the game, they don't have that yet. So 808 on this carry Dawnbreaker is still farming, and it looks like he's going to get caught here any second.
Yeah, we do have a smoke up. Rasputin's going to look for the... It's going to connect. Avalanche available. The hammer is out, ready for him to get away, but the toss up into the air. Like you said, that toss energy immediately there. And they're going to secure that kill yet again as Royalty starting to feel themselves into this game. It's they're picking up pace. The snowballing's happening. Oh, yeah, it's gonna fly top. This might connect onto the back. Shazo is in trouble. It does connect indeed, but the big hook for Wannabe lands as Pog Daddy cleans up that kill. And we see 1 go down for Royalty, but 2 go down for Ashi and friends as they do need to back away. And we get another kill, man. Pog Daddy, oh man, doing some great work, man.
He's top of the net worth at the moment. He's got that Kaya finish, so he's starting to output a lot more of this damage. Has 1 level in that lightning bolt, which is always nice to have. Of course, mid at the moment is arc lighting and heavenly jump maxing out. But this Kaya, it amps his damage so much. So him, the Fudge, and the Tiny are going to look to run around the map and get some easy kills, as is that stage of the game for them. But,
you think Charlotte's next for this, Zeus?
Yeah, he's got it queued up. You want to go into the S and Y this game just for a bit more tankiness. It amps you up a little bit more as well, but the tankiness is what you mainly seek it for here.
Okay.
Against the Dawn, the Timber, they've got a lot of jump to get on top of him, so even with Heavenly, you just want to be extra sure.
Well, as it stands right now, he seems like to be in a pretty good place where he hasn't really died. Rasputin just looking for grief.
Okay.
I've been I don't know. I've been wanting to say that the whole time, but I just leave it.
We'll see here. Wannabe has had a nice impact in this game on this Pudge. Hitting these hooks that are resulting in these kills, but you see the support duo, Wannabe and Rasputin. They holding shoulders, they're touching fingers, and you know, they're shaking on it. They want to get kills.
Tower is under attack.
Yeah, no, I agree, and it's a much better change on Wannabe from the Jakiri we saw last game. He was making big plays, but he kind of felt like just a little bit lackluster, and he didn't really feel like the impact was right there. But hooks have been landing. He's been getting some great plays, obviously, like you said, with Rasputin, and yeah, I feel like they're doing good. What do you think Royalty needs to keep on doing in order to keep this lead?
Well, I'm looking mid now on Wannabe, and this is what they're gonna do. But at the same time, Ashi is playing well. They understand their position in this game here. They need to get farm on the storm. They need to get at least an
Radiant's
item of
middle
Echo Saber
tower
up
is
on
under
it.
attack.
But Royalty, look at him. He's chasing. He wants these kills. That observer gets caught up.
That's gonna connect as he grabs one. Avalanche is gonna be there to clean that one up. Put up a little bit caught in too much. Toss gonna be back. He's not gonna get the sustain from his jumping from 808, because you do see the ult's gonna farm it from Pog Daddy. And that's a buyback from the Witch Doctor.
I think he was expecting a big team fight. They did commit the Dawn ulti there, so I think Royalty, once they saw that, they sort of just wanted to back out. But Odie wasn't there. You know, they weren't looking to get a full fight. It's just the Tiny and Pudge looking to get kills and pickoffs, because that helps them, like you wanted to see, stay in this game and stay ahead. If you can get one hero down on the enemy team constantly, they're always going to be at 20% less capacity than you are. So it's good math, easy math.
Easy math.
Midas.
I mean, it gives him some attack speed, quite a lot actually, and then he's gonna go for more attack speed with the what is that you just bought now?
Witchblade.
Witchblade, yeah. That way, that's just right click, pure right click.
It's a nice bit for him. So this, Midas as the carry, he's able to.
Oh, Yakuza top. Sorry, misses the hook, but top lane as we're speaking as well. Damn it! I missed that one just at the bad time. But I was actually more like the hook on mid was a bit yikes, but he missed it, and the hype was to the wrong area, and I was just like, man, it was tough. It was a tough one.
Dire's top tower
Top lane surely going to go down here for Royalty.
Dire's structures
And
are fortified.
it's looking like they're getting their foot back in here. They've been avoiding these fights. They've been avoiding running into the Tiny Pudge. Because that's what they know what they got to do. You know, if they take a fight too
Radiant's
early
middle
with
tower
these
is
heroes,
under attack.
it's just going to end badly. They'll
Definitely.
at best trade even, which is not what they want. Although they
TPs.
really want this
I'm gonna
mid
come in
tower.
from Ashi. He's just gonna stand there and says, Brack, bring it, I'm ready for you. The pick up on the back end, you get the stun, there is the Malady on the back, and they're gonna try and get the Death Ward off onto Shazo, but he kind of tanks most of it. He's gonna try and TP away. One more lift off, and they don't. He's gonna be able to run away, all while Odyssey is the last man standing. He does have Astral Imprisonment to try and save himself from this, but we have a haste on H-Shan as he goes for the kill, and he does get it indeed. As Ashi and friends actually turn it around while Royalty had the jump on them. A little bit of a miss there by Timber. As we get the ult gonna come in, 808's gonna fly through as well. Avalanche beautifully timed onto 3 of them. And but no, Schmuggles is immediately there.
I think Ashi are trying to get anything they can here, so they could see, okay, this Tiny's out of position. Let's just kill him. We'll use the Dawn ulti, bring him back into the fight anyway. So he's not going to look to fight after that, so you might as well. It's like using Haunt early on a Spectre. You just want to get a kill, go back to farm.
Yep.
Oh, ole, wanna be missed one.
Mid lane, Pudge does get the hook on Yakuza. He's gonna go for the Maledict, but the ult from Pogdad is immediately there. They do get the lift up. Here comes the ult from AI. He's gonna connect onto Wannabe, gets the kill. Pogdad, he does get clipped by it, but he doesn't get the explosion damage. They could collapse here, but they do not want to, as that is a 1-and-1 trade.
They know that fight's gone. That Pudge was so dead as soon as the Maledict did.
Top lane, 808, Shazo, Dawnbreaker, Razor. Nope.
Nah.
The link, but doesn't commit as we get a TP in from Butabali.
Shazza's got to be careful, but yeah, game of TPs, he's up.
Game of TPs indeed. One man TPs in, another man TPs out.
Hey, well, we'll see what they can do here. Rasputin, Tiny, has queued up this Blink Dagger. So, again, they know what they got to do. They got to get these pickups if they can before the BKBs come out. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have Dawn building it, but it's not going to be after at least a Deso or Basher. And she'll opt to go for the Shard, or at least she should, first up. So, yeah, he's going to be able to control these fights. I think he's going to be looking to really focus down this Witch Doctor. But we can see there that last little Pudge TP'd in, just sort of saying, hey, I'm standing on top of you, come at me, bro. And then it just goes horribly for him. So,
Definitely.
never underestimate the purple man. All of them. Faceless Void, Void Spirit, this little stick man, all of them.
You just hate purple, I guess.
It's not purple. Purple people.
So much hatred in that sentence. Park Daddy actually opted for going for an Axe instead of an SNY off the bat. Oh, sorry, not an SNY. A Kaya Sanj?
Yeah. Kaya Sanj.
Kaya.
He did finish the Agnums, yeah. So he had finished that queue up.
Yeah. Oh, we do have a smoke from Royalty.
Yeah.
As they might catch out Yakuza. He is going to run to the wrong side of this neighborhood. He's going to get taken out 2 kills as 2 of the supports are caught with their socks down.
Socks down,
They're going to
yes.
go down. Yes.
Socks down. They did see a little bit of Achan farming that side camp, but I think they knew what they wanted. They wanted to get a kill around the mid tower, take it down, as they have. And ooh, that was weird. What, did he actually hook a creep there as he was aiming for Smickle?
I don't know. Skittles? Schmetterling?
Smeg Toaster?
Smamonia?
He looks like a toaster.
Swoony hook from the bot lane
Ole.
does not connect. I like those blind hooks. If they land, they're pretty good. But it feels like a little bit of a like we're just chilling. We're getting into a point where they're gonna push the tower. George,
Yes.
free stuff.
Free stuff?
Free stuff.
If you want to get free stuff, and the free stuff this week is, of course, an Evetech Mousepad. And that's courtesy of Esports, Dell, and Intel. All you gotta do is type in chat. The smoke is ending. Gonna send him like finish quickly.
And we do finish just in time as the Malik comes up with Avalanche Stocks combos right there, lands in the backline. We do have the sustain coming up from 808 as he saves most of his team, but it's not enough. We do have the latch up with the BKB there is from Shazo. We do from Prisman on the back. For them to deal with this wannabe cleans off the back. 808 gets one to the face from Odyssey as we see more damage gonna come out. Shazo, the hook from wannabe. The he lands. As we see 3 goes down for Royalty, but 4 for Action and Friends, as that is such a big play. As Wannabe lands arguably one of the coolest hooks I've seen in this series so far. Sorry, in the season. I mean, he just went, yo, I'm dying. I'm sending it, boys. I'm sending it.
Me. Now, Wannabe, he must be from Amsterdam because he's a hell of a Pudge player. So, yes, that was a bad fight for Yakuza there. And Royalty, they were able to...
Great joke. What?
I didn't say that. But Royalty coming out on top there, and the Odyssey finally joining this fight, and it's just like, where the hell did this damage come from? Outputting so much. The ulti didn't do quite too much that time around, but these right clicks with the Arcane Orb is doing what he wants here. He's going for this BKB into the Dragonlance build, so he's going to be hitting from the back the entire time, and he's got the heroes to sit in front of him, so he's going to be okay. And
I couldn't have said it any better. Pretty good fight. I think Royalty definitely. Yes, what? Okay, yeah, I always
we were
free stuff.
interrupted from Ashi's wanting.
Well, we're gonna with content. Let's put it on. Let's put a pin in it. All right, let's put a pin in it because they just put a smoke in it, and we are about to get probably some action top lane. As we see Rasputin prodding through the fog of war, looking for an opportunity.
Not sure if they really saw that smoke come out, or if they just sort of predicted it there. For sure, because they all very quickly left that triangle.
I could have. Oh, Rasputin gets spotted out there. Immediately for the blink out. Here comes AA. Lands onto. Oh, the bash from Shazo. Oh, okay. Gaben said, you're not winning this one, boys. BKB started for as well, man. He had to. He had to, yeah.
That was a good play there. The AA knowing that they're going to be in Roche at that moment throws out the ult. And Roche is very low at the moment. Like, Royalty can't just leave this.
Dire's middle tower
Can't leave this
is under
at all.
attack.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, the jump in a little bit too much there from Schmeckles. As Schmeagel goes down, the jump in from 808 at the back, but the BKB is there from Odyssey. They're looking for possibly more, but you do have the Ashmole imprisonment. It's going to land as Buta steals the Avalanche, but it doesn't connect. And from Odyssey, he gets the triple, and they wipe out the team yet again. And so quickly, this game has changed into something completely different as Royalty keeps up the momentum.
Royalty now spotting a 13k net worth lead. They've taken control now. Odyssey had the time to build up his farm and come into these fights with a lot of damage. They have the items that they need to really control the fight and sustain as well. The shard on the Pudge, the blink on Tiny, it's good. It's fine.
It's good?
They're doing okay.
It's good? Okay.
Although I'm very disappointed in Yakuza at the moment because, come on man, I'm playing Witch Doctor, it's a free one.
Definitely. I mean, I don't know. Actually, I'm going to retract my statement of definitely, and I'm going to reassess my judgment in that comment. And I'm going to tell you that it's not a free game, and I think that Royalty is really proving to you that purple people aren't always the strongest out there, and they are showing how dominant they are in this game so far. And they're really giving it their all, and this means best of 3. If Royalty keeps up the momentum.
They did it last time. They went to 3 games with White Rabbit, although in that case they had won the first. So if they wanted to take it to 3 after the second, they really had to go for it. But you win game 2, I almost feel like it's better than winning game 1. It's a weird little thing because you either win game 1, but more importantly, you go into game 3 off the back of a win here. So Royalty has the lead, has what they need to finish off this game. BKBs and all the important heroes, and the damage. That's the main thing. Is they have the damage. It's not like last game where Sven on Odyssey was just not really outputting anything. But if you want to get involved with the other things of EGL, as we were saying before many smokes broke out, the giveaway is still going for that Evetech Mousepad. So all you got to do is type in our Twitch chat, that is twitch.tv/esportsza. All you got to type is EGL One, so that is EGLONE. Type it once in chat, you'll be entered into the draw. If you've already typed it, don't type it again, or I'll slap you on the wrist and you'll be withdrawn from the draw. I'm not joking, don't type it twice.
Only if you said promise.
Yes, I promise.
For slapping on the wrist?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good with that. I'll type it twice now. But you heard it right here, guys. Please, only once. Too much work, danger. Please. What? I felt that was oddly close to me, man. It was a bit weird. We get this, dude. Okay, so I honestly want this to be content, but at the same time, I want to also speak about Ashi and Friends here. They've been having a decent game, but I feel like there's a little bit of some things that could have gone better. If in a perfect world they are still able to bring this back. I mean, according to Dota Plus, they are sitting on 96% win rate for Royalty. In a perfect world, where do you think needs to be different for Ash and Friends for them to actually get back into this?
They got to get farm on 808 here. They're playing with a man down at the moment. He's trying to push out these lanes and get farm, but I'm looking at his map positioning at the moment. He might get wrapped on here very quickly.
Yeah, I see Pog Daddy looking for some action.
He's cautious though. He's alright. He's got a TP ready, but yeah, he's gonna show in this lane.
He's given too much opportunity here for Pog Daddy to catch up onto him. He does have that shot, but he already used the spin, like you said. TP's available. Immediate jumping from Rasputin. Ult's there. And with the shard on Zeus, it's too much for them to deal with. As they lose their pause 1, they're going to try and mitigate some of the damage being done. BKB is going to be popped up on Shazo mid lane, as Yakuza is going to go down. Astro Imprisonment gets popped out here on Buta Billy, but it's too much. But he actually gets the jump down with the telekinesis. They do get the AI ult, going to land the back. Wannabe tries to hit him up with the shard. Does he get it? No, he doesn't. As they do get the kill on Razor. BKB on Smetterling as he barely gets out as well. Rasputin does have a tree to toss away as the right kick from... Oh my! Wannabe just shows us again who's the boss of the hooks. Lands on them in the back. And this is looking quite dangerous. As AA, that axe does a lot of damage.
It does do a lot of damage, but they're sitting in this weird spot now. You had the death from Dawnbreaker in bot lane, and that just sort of snowballed into Royalty going, take a fight. They can't fight us yet. They're down a man. Not that man is doing much anyway, but now they don't even have the heal from the ult, you know? So there should be a lane of racks here. They don't have too much tower push at the moment, but
Tiny, but he hits it. He hits at like 1 hit per 200 seconds as the telekinesis land on the back. They do get the stun, but they need a toss back from Rasputin, being the team player in that instance. Quite nice to see that. As Wannabe now eats him to give him health. How weird's that? Like, let me digest you, but you're gonna get your health back. It's like interesting mechanic.
Regenerative acid, something.
Yeah, it's odd, eh? I mean, Pudge's his law is that he is the man in no man's land that cuts up the corpses and then he, you know, feasts on it, and he became Pudge because he delved a bit too much into it, and now it seems that he eats them and it heals them. So
Are you okay, Shakey?
I don't know, man. I'm just getting stuck in lore here. I heard our producers talk about 4K universe, and now I'm kind of stuck in that type of thing, and I don't know. The whole universe is kind of weird for me at the moment. But we do see a smoke coming out from Ashi and friends as they make their way to possibly try and get some ground in this very decaying game.
They're looking to get some space back. They've been without their jungle for quite some time now, so smoked into it, got a ward out. They can see when stuff's coming. But they're not going to find anyone down here. Royalty don't care much about the spot tower. They're looking to push in top and get control of the Ashi's triangle at this point. But you know who else is winning at the moment besides Royalty? One lucky man.
Oh, was it me?
No, it wasn't.
Was it? Who was it?
It was Opa Viking.
Oh, that's rigged. I'm kidding.
It's not me, it's definitely rigged. But Opa Viking, congrats on winning the Evetech Mousepad. So just type in chat, just get in contact with Vibes or Adam there, and he will be sure to get in contact with you to get the Mousepad.
Yeah, if you're not here, we're re-rolling, eh? And then it's me.
You gotta go type in chat to claim it. If you don't, someone else is gonna get it. And last time me and Shakey were here, it had to go 3 times. So please claim your prize. It's never nice having. It's like winning the lotto and you don't go give it, and then it's even worse because they give the prize to someone else.
Yeah,
So
which is gonna be me.
Come to Twitch. Come and get your prize. And,
Oh, Pog Daddy.
Oh,
Let's see, man. See, this is what's scary for me about Zeus. Is with the shard, they fixed his late game. Like, his late game now is just ridiculous, and he has an opportunity to completely burst down anything. So that's crazy.
He's got this Octarine finished off now, which is a nice change, especially for him. And a lot of other spellcasters having the Aether build into it, so he can keep that distance, and then it's just more damage. With that static field, 9% of current health, more damage. The more you can cast the spells, the better. Ooh, Wannabe, he actually gets
Oh,
them.
that's connect in Wannabe, man. Your boss wants to be amazing, and they are. They do get the casket lands on the back, but they do get the Ashen Imprisonment to save up Wannabe as the latch comes out from Shazo, connects onto Schmetterling as he takes a little bit too much damage. He's trying to fiend off the fight that's coming from Royalty, but it's a bit too much for them to deal with. And the jumping from Rasputin lands on the back as Butabili tries to get away. He gets that. Actually, he gets the heavenly jump off, but it's not enough as Shazo goes up for a triple as all of this damage is occurring. A little bit of a jumping from Buta. They do turn it around as HA gets a double now as well with that Ags. And that is probably the first team fight where I've seen Royalty actually back away and go, guys, let's just like chill for a second.
No, they were able to get the link onto the Dawnbreaker there, so Dawn really had nothing in that fight. He popped the BKB, but he was linked the entire duration, so he really had nothing. They did have to commit the buyback on Timbersaw there, the Smake Bridge. And yeah, he sort of had the damage to put it in the right spot. The Nimbus was in a good spot as well, made backing off very, very tricky for Odyssey there. Had committed, oh sorry, not Odyssey, Shazo. Had committed the Refresher Orb as well, so it's fine. It'll be back up for this next fight that they're going to take. It's this weird sort of initiation. Okay, we get a hook and we throw it in, but then you saw the toss of the hammer came out immediately and he was able to get back to safety, but then your teammates have jumped in to save you, and then it's this awkward dance of, damn it.
But I mean, 808's been doing a pretty good job with that. Every time he's been hooked, that hammer comes out immediately. Just to try and save himself if there's a slight chance that he might get out of that flesh ship. And it's just out of this member, sorry. And he's been doing a really good job of it. And in that instance, it's like you said, it saved him. But obviously his team overextended. But at the end of the day, they still managed to push Royalty back, even if it's for a little bit.
Yeah, they were able to hold the tower, which was the important thing. Very little damage onto it as well. But they have the Roche respawn royalty very early now, so they're going to be eyeing this up. They should be able to take it quite freely here, but they do lack a lot of the minus armor that Ashi had last game, so it's not going to be a very quick rush. Yakuza just get caught out. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, that's a tiny. That's a tiny with a blink.
Oh no, not like
I'm
this.
gonna go for
Buddha.
Axe. Oh.
Buddha.
With the belly, it gets. Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, that was a lot of damage on his health.
What's what the kids say these days? Orkies.
What? Sorry, what did you just say?
Orkies.
No.
Instead
no.
of awkward.
Wash your mouth. Wash your mouth.
Need some dental. Oh, my word.
Dire's bottom tower
Detergent. It says it kills 99% of germs, but I don't think he's gonna be able to kill that. Just stop while you're ahead. Please put away the shovel. I'm kidding. And I think that's the third rush that's gonna go down. Second? Yeah, second. So that's gonna be Shard. Tiny can take it. That's gonna give him, I mean, unlimited tree. Already we got a Shard on Razor. I mean, that's probably gonna be the best bet. Wannabe also already has a Shard, so yeah.
Yeah, they don't really want to put it on this Odie. It's not too helpful. But it's tiny. He can start hitting these towers. He just has more damage overall. It's fine.
I mean, they can. I think Shard helps you. You can then walk in Astral Imprisonment, right?
Yes. So
Yeah, if and you're friendly.
it allows you a bit of move speed doing that. But that's not really what they need at the moment. So they thought, let's rather amp the damage of Rasputin. He has this blink now, so he's doing something. Also see that they're queuing up the blanking out. Aghanim is what it's called. So he's going to be pumping a lot more damage.
Yakuza, please, my ears, Yakuza, my ears, please don't spam Voodoo Restoration.
No, still doing it.
Oh, a little bit of action. Rasputin jumps in as he tries to set up. Here comes the BKB onto Schmugel. The right kick from 8chan is a bit too much for the Dubo, but the right kick for Odyssey is a bit too much as well. As the alt buys too, and the blinking from Odyssey from 808 as he tries to save up his team, but there's nothing for them else to do because it's too much for them damage. And again, Wannabe denies them with the hook. Is this going to be a GG or are we going to see buybacks? That is the
done.
question.
This is done. Yeah,
GG
calls
called
it.
out.
He puts the 2 Gs for good game. Royalty Esports. They take it to 3 for the second time in this tournament for themselves. They didn't win it last time when they went to 3 against White Rabbit, but maybe they can pull it off here against against Ashi and friends, I should say. And Dawnbreaker, interesting enough, losing in both of these games.
Yeah.
How's that for a change, huh?
They're not playing it properly.
Yeah, same with the Witch Doctors.
That's just no. Witch Doctor was played properly. It's just no. I just think you're biased.
Of course. I'm completely... Anyway.
Biased to Witch Doctor. Yeah, anyway.
But that is going to be Royalty Esports tidying things up. We'll see if they could do the reverse sweep in game number 3. So join us in just a little bit for game 3 of Royalty Esports versus Ashi and friends. We'll see you guys there.
Falling skies, vanishing memories are dimming the light, blurring lines. Trapped in a nightmare that's now come alive. Falling skies, vanishing memories are dimming the light, blurring lines. Hand out she holds, it's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke, that's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow, we can't keep falling deeper again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boomers and zoomers, it is time for game number 3. It's always a good thing to see that the game's going even now, 1-1 against Royalty, Esports Purple, and Ashi and friends. So this is it. One more game to decide who is going to continue through that lower bracket and who is going to be, sadly, going away out of EGL One for this time. So the winner has to face up against Duck. Not an easy task to come, but it is just about this one game. Everything else goes out the window. Forget the previous games. Put all your chips on the table here, because it doesn't matter what you do now. If you're thinking long-term saving strategy, you gotta get through this one single game. So we'll see if Royalty can pull it off and continue their run, and if Ashi and friends, the lads that just want to have fun, can prove that they are a threat to be reckoned with as well. We'll be getting into the game in a little short while, but Shakey, that was a nice game too, and I think you enjoyed it a little bit more than me. How'd you find that Pudge and Tiny combo working out for them?
Right, I was off my chair. I think if chat was able to see me, like I'm standing right now. If you used to see me sit in cast, you'd see me actually standing in cast because it was so. I think if there wasn't a height limit to my desk, I'd be up on my feet the whole time. I think that we maybe should sort out one of those desks that you can press the button and it goes up all the way, so I can just stand the whole time, because the hype was real. We're talking about a game that went to 3, George. A game that went to 3. It's exciting, man. I keep talking about this every single time I cast. I want games to go to 3. It's just like. Its content is insane. We saw an upset. Ashi and friends completely dominated the first game. Then Royalty came through. I almost said Royalty and friends. Well, they basically made them their friends, and they came through to completely dominate the second game. Zeus was 15-0 going into the game, and it was just such an amazing game. And like I said in the start of the second game, we are watching the best Dota South Africa has to offer on the best platform in South Africa, and the best tournament sponsored by Dell and Intel. And oh man, it's just crispy. It's crispy. I can say it every single day. So before I lose myself in this amazing game, let's talk about the draft, George. And I want to hand it over to you, because you are the brainchild behind the strats and everything.
I am the stats man. I'm not the draft man. You're confusing me with some other buff dude.
Anyone that I can't confuse anyone with him, man. You guys are two different people. But in this instance, you are my analyst. You are the man. You are my pillar when it comes to information, and I need to know, why hasn't Dawnbreaker and a Tiny been banned?
Well, I assume this is going to be a first pick, Dawn pick up here, and then taking the Tiny. I'm thinking back to TI7 sort of grand finals against Liquid, where you had to pick your poison, what you were going to play against. You're either going to play against Natures, you're going to play against Shaker, or Coddle. And yeah, it's sort of the same thing. They got to just pick their poison, what they play against. And we'll see here. I'm actually not sure who has first pick at the moment. But yeah, Shaman taken up. I like this Shaman pickup. It's always a nice hero to have in your games. It allows for that instant catch. It's the same with a hero like Lion, right? They have that instant catch that they can get that can lead into stun and then a kill. And if they die, so what? They've done their job. They've got someone out without the BKB in.
Instant quiche? What?
Catch.
Oh, okay.
I can't speak.
Okay.
That's the problem.
You got me hungry now, bro. So catch we're looking at, and then you go. Speaking about instant quiche, we've got Tiny, which is great at quiching the backline.
Quiching. No,
Yeah.
Tiny. Like you said, why hasn't Dawn or Tiny been picked up? This is Royalty picking it up here. It worked last game for them, and I think they're going to take it again. They take the Beast now this time, so they opted to ban it out last game in Game 2, and they lost to it in Game 1. So I like this combo. It's a nice switch up from the the Tiny Razor they had in the offlane last time around. So now you've got toss into a Raw. You've got you can toss the ball onto them. You can toss the Beast onto him. You get vision for blinking forward. It's a good bit of synergy, and more importantly, it's another stun. I love seeing a draft where every single hero on the team has a stun, because take it the opposite way. If no one has a stun on your team, it's very hard to win a game. It's so having these easy ways to pick off heroes is always a good bonus. And I don't know if they're going to see Ashi taking Dawn here. I think they might just leave it. They both lost on it now after first picking it both times. So might be one of the few times Dawn's just left alone here.
I'm kind of stuck at the fact that Rocky actually picked up Beastmaster this time. And okay, I like this. I am a massive fan of Earthshaker. Can I just tell you this right now? This is great. Can we just get the massive Echo Slammer Jammer? Like, I want to freak out to see a big. It's like having an Enigma, a Tide Hunter. It's just so nice to have in your game. So, and I think it combos well, especially if Beastmaster is going to go for the Zoo build. But what I wanted to say is I really appreciate that Royalty decided, like, hey, we got 3-0'd by this Beastmaster. Let's flip the script.
let's take it this time around. So Alkin, the sniper ban coming out. I can understand the sniper ban actually. He's been picked up a lot more often now after he had the introduction of his grenade. Gives him sort of like Zeus a bit more space to be able to keep his distance. The Viper ban. Okay. They've come out all of these before. The Arcwood and the Jug. Bristle. Okay, yeah, that's. You
if it's a Viper ban, do you? Because necessarily, if okay, Bristle. But what else has a strong passive? Centaur looking good. No. Timbersaw.
Bristle's about the only thing you really care about directly countering with the break at the moment, especially when you can run it in this carry position with a Shaman and an Earthshaker. So you have the stun, and you can run on them. That's the main thing. Counter play as well is also very important with Bristle, so you tank a bit of damage, turn around after they've used the spells on you, that sort of thing. So Viper is just an absolutely annoying hero. Sin 5 has actually played it a few times in the off lane, pairing it with an IO. So then you've just got this guy that's spitting out damage the whole time, regening as well. The Grimstroke, okay.
I mean, it combos with the Primal Roar. Yeah. That's definitely something. Also combos with Toss, if I do believe.
I like the biggest thing of Grim. His ulti is always very nice, but the thing I like the most is his silence. Because that Phantom, you have to hit it off. You can't use it off. I believe you can BKB it off. But if you throw it onto a support who's not going to have a BKB, might have a Yules, it's not going to help him. So for a hero like Shaman that has a channeling spell, it really screws him over because say he blink hexes, you throw the silence on him, he can't just wait it out. He has to actively stand there, wait for movement, and then you've got the other heroes coming onto you. So it's a nice bit of counter to that. The Night Stalker, I feel like this is a sort of a pick ban coming out because a Night Stalker Grim combo is very nasty. It's very deadly. I'm thinking of who was it that actually had it in last week's games or a few weeks ago. I think it was ZIZ and Punks, where ZIZ played it. Or no, Punks played it actually. They played the Night Stalker Grim combo. I'm pretty sure.
I think so. I think I've casted one of them as well, and yes, I do believe. Yes,
I remember it was because they went and they ganked the PA that was handling Ancients, and the PA was played by ZAZ in both games. It was like
yes. So I do agree with you. I think that the Night Stalker is absolutely insane, and they're gonna come. What I see exactly the same instance. I remember this game now. They had a Night Stalker and they had a Kunkka.
Yes.
And what they would do is they get the vision with the Night Stalker, and they would set up for Kunkka with X marks the spot, and it would just be an absolute. So you've got Night Stalker that can initiate. Obviously, you can go with nighttime, but as soon as you start getting levels, it's easier to pop your ult. You got Kunkka that can X marks the spot any sort of person that tries to run away, and you've got stun off the lockdown, off the silence, off the stun with the Earthshaker and the Shadow Shaman. I think all they need to get now is just a pace setter. On top of that, something that can just farm, maybe something that can play around them. Do you agree with me? Something that they can create space in this more like a 4 protect 1 type of vibe, or what do you vibe with this lineup right now?
I'm thinking here they need something that can actually fight with them, but just not right at the start. You know, you're not. PA works here. PA, I was going to suggest it because they've banned out this Viper. Okay, now I'm thinking I said the only one you really care about is Bristle, but PA also gets heavily screwed over by a Viper because of the break. She can always BKB it off, so it's fine, but at the end of the day, it's not someone you want to really man-fight at the end. So if they take a PA here, it'll do well. Its lane's fine into the Tiny and Beastmaster with the help of the Shaman. Because Shaman can be the sacrificial lamb, just take the kills if they're really going for it. But he also has the ability to counter their moves in the lane. But I'm thinking here for Ashi, they might just oh, sorry, Royalty. I'm getting sides mixed up again. Big mistake for me. But for Royalty here, if they opt for Alina, I'm going to say before it comes out. No, okay, they go for Dawn. They were just teasing us with not letting it happen, but I think they thought they can't really just let it go. At this
I mean, Ashi, you said Lina. Ashi immediately banned it. It's like they knew. It's like they knew.
They always knew, yeah.
Lina's
this hero that
Radiant
just
team
will
back.
always have damage. It just sort of feels like that at the moment, where it's like, oh yeah, we destroyed Lina Lay, we killed her 3 times. She gets a little bit of time, 1 or 2 items like TP boots and BKB is sort of the standard thing you have to go in and out. And she's gonna be outputting damage. We saw it in the
10
ZIZ
seconds
game,
remaining.
and many other games that I've watched through the tournament.
5 seconds
So
remaining.
Puck also taken out here.
You what I
So-
see right now? I see Ash and friends pick up PA, and I see Royalty pick up Void Spread.
Void Spirit, okay.
Just because of the Kunkka, I think Kunkka's possibly going to go mid. I think it will be a good matchup for against the Kunkka.
10
Obviously, you can just
seconds remaining.
deny and get out of any sort of thing that he puts down.
Yeah.
I think that's why they
5
banned the
seconds
Puck,
remaining.
because, well, Puck also has the same type of abilities.
Yeah.
I mean, if not that, that's the only thing that makes sense, because with Ags, it's just so good to go up against this lineup. You can jump in, silence every single person, and you can collapse onto that.
Void.
Um,
Oh, I love this.
what?
I actually love
Wait,
this.
I'm
This
completely,
is
I'm
sick.
completely caught off guard here, man.
This is sick.
I didn't expect that.
This is okay. I'll tell you why this is so good, right? When you
10
have this
seconds
druid
remaining.
paired with the Kunkka, the boat buff that
5
delays the
seconds
damage
remaining.
that comes
Delays
in.
incoming
Incomes.
damage. Yeah. Income.
Uh,
yeah.
It
Incoming
does
damage.
so much for the bear and the druid to be able to fight through, because they have that little bit of shared lifesteal from the bear to the druid. So typically you want to be going on the druid first, kill him off if you can, but because of that boat buff and his extra health that he gets from the ulti, it's going to be very, very hard for Royalty to kill him here. I think they sort of have to go for this PA at the moment, like you meant. Sorry, you were saying PA for Ashi.
Yeah,
If they
I'm
don't
saying
get PA
Void
here-
Spirit for.
You may now select your heroes.
I don't like it.
I-
I'm leaving. No,
I-
no, I'm done.
Look,
What?
I can understand. I can.
Why?
I'm really trying hard here. I'm really confused because the thing that they lack the most is something that gets onto the back, something that can really disrupt. I mean, Tiny is that, but they need a high amount of burst damage in AoE that can combo with the Dawn and try and set up. And we're looking at something that's going to be pure like high damage onto a single target while everything else hits you.
I'm trying to think from Royalty's perspective here why they take the Necro. Its benefits, it does give them a bit more sustain. I see now, the Ghost Shroud is actually very good here because they have very little damage that goes through it, and even then it's not a huge nuke like say Laguna Blade or something where he's going to instantly die if he decides to pop it.
Yeah, but Nullifier.
Yeah, none of them really want to go Nullifier. The Bear and the Druid obviously can, but they typically more want to go the minus armor out and just pure green damage, which Nullifier is, that's to be fair.
Yep.
And it gives them armor. Yeah, they could opt for that, but I do see the reason why Royalty picked it up. Let's look at it that way. It does enable them to kill off these very tanky heroes of Ashi and friends. So Achan on the Night Stalker, which is actually a Midnight Stalker. Wait, hold up a second. I wasn't looking at who was playing what. This is even more interesting now, because we've got an 808 playing on the Kunkka, which was 808 was typically playing the carry buff.
Yes.
Oh.
So you think it's
Oh. I'm stroking my non-existent beard here, contemplating this.
I am very sad that that has gone and left us, and I feel like it's only that's left is George Alter
Prepare
Ego.
for battle.
What? The beardless alter ego?
Yeah,
I didn't really have much of a beard, it was just like facial shading. That was really.
You
weird.
don't have the
I do look.
Well,
like
you as a designer, you know how important shading is, George.
Look at that.
Shading is what defines characters in artwork, is it not?
It's my makeup. I'm a stylist. That's what I am.
Okay, dude.
But the bear is actually on Smeg Fridge here, so I'm curious if they're going to take this offlane, or if they've maybe swapped up who's playing what role at this point in the game. Achan flirting with Roshan. It's not a date you want to go on, man. Really not.
Sorry, I accidentally forgot to mute myself while I was adjusting my pop
30
filter, and I
seconds
think I
to
might have hurt everyone's ears. So I do apologize for those of you guys listening.
It was a light rumbling. It's
A night
as if-
rumbling.
yeah, light rumbling. It's like you're next to a mine. It's fine. It was okay.
Okay.
But I'm very curious now, because I'm also seeing this is an offlane Dawn. I wasn't looking at who was playing the heroes at all, because I thought, okay, this is so set in stone. But we actually got the tiny carry for royalty as well.
Which I haven't seen in a while as well. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage.
这波不亏，666。
Etienne, type in chat. Tell me what you think here. Yes or no? Is this a good call? Because yeah, okay. Smeg Fridge is playing this mid now. Huh? I don't
What?
know. It's like
So Schmiegel is mid,
yes.
and
Smeg-
Achan.
What? Okay, maybe we're just
Achan's bottom.
let's just assume we're the stupid ones. I think that would be easy at this point.
So maybe look, it's not unnatural for teams to swap around their players and put them in
of
different
course not.
areas.
Oh, top lane.
I do think
Yeah,
that
Odyssey.
oh, the body blocks are there. They don't have a lot to deal. It is a try lane to try and get a first body on Odyssey as he tries to get away. He does have that cleave available. Buta barely 3 seconds on the stun. They're gonna keep pushing for this.
Yeah,
Oh, he's underneath the tower. And
Yeah,
that's
he
just gonna
knows
give
if he stays in lane, and even if he lives at that low health, it's just gonna hurt him more in the long run. So he's gonna take the 10-second death timer. He didn't lose any gold, and he could just come back to the lane full health, and just start it again. Yeah, we're back to normal lanes at the moment. Actually, did I say that? Yeah, it is back to normal now.
Yeah. So I like that. I like it when teams. I used to see that a lot in 2018's TI8.
Yes.
You get what would happen is the two supports would commit to a lane. They get the first blood. Obviously, we're giving that lane a really good XP boost and gold boost, and then they go back to their respective lanes. So it's something I am glad to see as Budabali gets another pretty good stun.
Yeah.
Again, right click.
Not enough damage to really kill him off. Yeah, he's got that.
Ooh,
Raid
bot
band at the
lane
moment.
getting lucky with the Centaur Conqueror creep actually getting a stun on Rasputin. But also quite a tanky hero, Beastmaster, if against the right heroes.
He's gonna be fine down here at the top lane. Actually,
Mid.
everyone is really gonna be okay.
Mid.
And I say
Yeah,
that.
Pog Daddy. Oh man, it's just so many opportunities to get these kills, and it's leading to little bit. Top gets a stun, Wannabe gets the stroke of fate on the 2, and gets away there. And Budabali is doing a good job at getting these really nice fishes down. He's actually doing a great job as a support Earthshaker by blocking the lane. And Pog Daddy doing some damage onto Schmiegel here.
Mid lane, it's so strong. The bear is able to heal up the druid. Look, he gets another one. He just knows that range perfectly. He's gonna live. Yeah, but
He should live. He doesn't have a solve. He doesn't have any regen actually.
regen,
That's a bit of a yikes.
he's very close to the morbid mass for the bear, but that's not gonna really help the druid. They have the shared lifesteal, but bear isn't just like one of these. He's not at the point now. Oh, I'm gonna run down lane and hit, and you can't really kill me because I don't steal so much.
I mean, surely you can just sit in the trees and allow the bear to last hit. I mean, he doesn't have to commit too hard to lane. It is easier,
That's true,
but
yeah. He's doing it at the moment, but it's like if you look at the last hits, he's so far behind at the moment. He's struggling. He's at 10 last hits. Pog Daddy is double at the moment, and he's still at this low health. He's got a solve now, so he should be back into the lane any second.
yeah, I think you waited to get that orbital corrosion off first before getting that salve up. But I seem to think that his micromanaging is a bit lacking here, mid, because he's kind of struggling between managing himself and the bear, and while he's using utility, he's standing still. As he does get a shackle, like a entangle on Pog Daddy.
Yeah, so-
Opportunity
oh.
to That's a lot of gold if he gets that bear. That's like a
gold.
running all the way to the bank.
It's better than a kill at this point in the game if they can kill for spare.
Yeah.
So I think Pogdaddy, he's got actually rotation. This is very bad for him.
Opportunity. One big stun lands, but no. Oh, that is money in the bank. That is a lot of money in the bank.
Just the fact that he lives there and he gets that kill, it's not good.
Puts it on 6.
He had to come to lane if they had to make that try. Just a little unfortunate that Bear did die there.
I do think that maybe Butabali should have tried and angled the stun towards, like, down the mid, so that it cuts off his top left
lane.
corner. Oh,
Right away.
opportunity.
Your admiral is on board.
Tanky.
He's got a bracer,
player.
George. Why you bait me like
One
that? He's got a
bracer.
bracer. He's fine. It's a good go with a bracer.
Salesman.
Fine.
I swear, salesman. That's not the right word. What's
Salesman?
Sailors. That's what I meant to
What?
say.
Oh, quick of the salesman. He'll sell a boat to you quick.
Courier has been killed.
Okay, man.
It's a long night, okay? All the-
It's
the
been
name
fun.
changing- Yeah, the name changing is also messing me.
Dyer's courier.
Make toast.
Big
God.
toaster. Too much Rasputin. Shackle. Bot. Achan. Rack's gonna come through, but Shazo does have that Starbreaker available to do get enough damage down as the Starbreaker does some work. As we do see Achan still looking for a kill on Rasputin. It's not over just yet. He does get the Void. As that connects and they do trade it out at least. I mean, that is a... Wait, Beastmaster's playing support, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's support for support. My bad.
That's alright. I do like the switch up, but it was a bit weird seeing the whole change of everything. I didn't really expect the Beast to go into this 4 position. He does okay in it. He'll probably build Vlad, something along those lines to help amp up the damage across the board. 3 heroes in mid lane. They
Oh, as
really
an
don't
opportunity.
like
Look, they get the stun on Pogdaddy. There is the entangle that they were looking for. Another stun on Butabali. Does get mana. Butabali choosing not to get Aftershock, so no stun on that Enchant Totem as they still look for the kill, and they finally do get it. As they had to commit to that mid lane in order just to kill off this Necro. Just shows how much sustain that hero actually has.
Yeah, it's good that they got this kill. They got to try and get this back in the game somehow. Especially when you have someone like Tiny he's done quite well.
Shazo bot lane? Oh, sorry. It just looked like he really had an opportunity to kill Achan.
Yeah, he's a Dawnbreaker.
Yeah.
He'll go for it any day. But it is nighttime. Achan has the 2
Oh,
levels.
as my words weren't even called, as Yakuza might be the next one on the kill list.
Hey!
Comes in for the big dunk, and there is the second one as well. As a big TP in from Pogdaddy. I don't think that Ashi and friends actually expected that.
No, that was a nice TP boost reveal actually. So he TP'd onto the siege creep, knew that they couldn't cancel it, and just ulted him. And yeah, you want to get these stacks now with the Reaper side, giving you the extra bit of HP regen. That's a hero off the board, and that's I want to say they carry, but I assume they're gonna maybe prioritize their.
I mean,
on this game.
mid lane opportunity. Schmochels can kill Wannabe really easily. Wannabe doesn't have a lot of mana.
Oh,
He doesn't have
top
any
laner.
mana.
Odyssey.
The opportunity. Torrent's gonna connect. He does have the enchant open this time. He does have the aftershock to give them that stun. As Odyssey is extremely tanky, like you said it. There's the enchant open, still nothing. And as a Earthshaker player myself, more stun, more hits. Again, not enough damage. Torrent's gonna connect. Odyssey tries to pop it out, but no. He's gonna get taken out. As an Earthshaker player myself, please don't put more into your fissure. It's not needed. I think getting Aftershock and Enchant Item much better. Like, it's just so much damage. Good damage. Nice damage. But he has been using the fissure quite nicely by blocking off the lane, so I do appreciate that. That's some good vision he's been getting.
I see Odyssey is going the Echo Saber out, so nothing new. But Shazo.
Oh, Butabali
Hey!
denies that dunk. Wyatt with a dunk of himself.
I haven't seen that. I didn't even think of that before. That's a nice little interaction. I guess because it's a shorter cast time, so yeah, you can always get it off.
Yeah, and the stun's only on the last hit, so makes sense.
That's very good. But yeah, the Tiny is opting for the Echo Saber build. Completely standard this time around, but he was able to live through that fight at top for so long because he has that point in the ulti which gives him that extra armor, which is really the thing that Ashi is lacking.
Oh, but the Bully might be in trouble. X marks the spot, comes from 808. There is the Torrent combo with the boat's going to fly through. Rasputin's going to come for assistance as the Fissure lands up the backline. Here comes the ult coming through all the way from Shazo for the sustain. He helps out his teammate as it's 2v3. Wannabe, Rasputin, Shazo looking for opportunity. Pog is going to come in to clean up the field as we see more damage flying through. That Mammo's going to land with the burn damage a bit too much. But a little bit of a weird ulti coming out here from Achan. He might be able to... Actually, he does get a kill.
Yeah.
So he's a good one, actually. Good trade for his team. As we look at the Bear, only having Mask of Madness so far. So
He's gonna snowball, but I love that Sun setup there. As soon as he got X and he knows he's gonna get invoted there. He put the stun on himself, so as soon as they ran up on the high ground, he got stunned. Currently continues fighting now.
Before we could say even anything, Xbox spot, Torrent's gonna connect. As Shazo now gets shackled up. He does not have Celestial Hammer to get away. He doesn't even have his stun. As the whole team collapses on this mid lane. There's a little bit of stun on the creep. No one actually denies that, but it's fine because no one's really sticking around for any sort of stun. Wannabe gets the stroke of fate, connects on 808. A little bit too much. Rasputin there with the wild axe is gonna fly through as well. As more opportunities are being searched for by Ashi and friends, but I do think maybe a tier 1 should be taken with this opportunity. 2 down, George.
They're gonna try and see if they can get it with the DD on the Bear here, but the Bear is so low. I feel like giving that gold away at this point in the game is just... It's a bit too much. Later on, sure, you want to commit a Bear to get a tower, but...
He popped the salve on himself and not the Bear, and he was basically full health, but that's okay.
Barely full health.
Okay, Mr. Necessity.
What is my name? What's my name?
Corny. Literally.
My lack of a general knowledge is my Achilles knee.
Okay, alright. Whoa. Just wait, whoa. No, man. Don't do this to me. It's late, bro. I can't handle your corny jokes. I'm gonna actually not stop laughing. Achilles knee. What? So stupid. With the Billy looking for opportunity. Oh, doesn't get the stun on Odyssey. A miss on that one, and we're getting into a bit of a stalemate as both teams kind of getting 1-1. It looks like the first game so far. Yes, George.
I want to ask you something. Have I ever told you about the time I went to the beach?
No, I don't like where this is going.
I'll tell you in a second. Looks like the royalty is a bit eager here. They want to.
Yeah, Rasputin's got ult. This has opportunity to go on to Mr. Smenkettel. Mr. Precious taking some damage.
Yeah. So he's completely fine with just committing the roll onto anyone here as long as they can get a kill. It's, I don't know, I want to say it's like just throwing out Black Hole whenever you can as a support, but Black Hole's a bit more precious. But it's fine.
What is this about you in the beach, George?
Okay, so I was at the beach, right?
Okay.
And there was this guy swimming in the ocean. Sorry, 1 second. Obviously, he's having an argy-bargy with H.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, we're looking at bot lane. Opportunity maybe kill with 808. He doesn't have the range. No, he's not going to get it.
It's just level
Imagine
2,
being outrun by Tiny, man. That's a yikes. Oh, mid lane. Opportunity maybe to get a kill here as they do get the big double roll. Pushes them all the way out of the stun from Shazo, but he's still going to come in. We do get the ult from Pog Danny as well. Bot lane, some things are happening. Echo Slam's going to get committed by Buta Billy as they go for the kill, but they still manage to trade it out as Odyssey gets the kill on Yakuza. And mid tower goes down, and my honest opinion as a caster, I feel like the royalty were the ones that came out of that one successfully. With the mid tower gone, their core still got a kill on that support, and yeah, pretty good play. Yeah. Now George, again for the 3rd time.
And final, hopefully. So I was at the beach, right?
Yeah.
Walking along the beach, just having a nice stroll. And this guy in the ocean, he was walking by, or he was swimming in the ocean. Sorry, I don't know why I say walking. He's swimming in the ocean, and he starts screaming out to the beach, and he's like, "Help! Shark! Help! Shark! Help!" And I just think, that shark's never gonna help him.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Can we get a 5-minute break while I just cleanse myself from that? Can you go wash your hands and your mouth and your body, please? Because that is horrible.
You're not going to get
that
the shot.
I am going to get back to casting as Rasputin gets a boat to the face. as while I'm trying to deal with the emotional damage that George is busy doing to my psyche, as I'm trying to get back into my shoutcasting feeling. Dude, that is no, man. That is just... have you thought about getting kills? Because I keep getting kills.
It's a great story. I don't know what
man.
you got wrong with that. I don't know why you hate it on me.
Have you thought about getting kids? Because I feel like you would make a great dad for those jokes. Shazo gets the fear from Schmuggles. Shackle on the back with the X. Shazo doesn't have that Starbreaker up yet. Stun's going to come out from Butabali, looking for a kill onto Park Daddy, as both of them potting and critting, trying to get any. Rasputin gets the roar on the back, does get the kill and the lockdown. Here comes the ult from Shazo. That's going to give him enough stain to hopefully survive this engagement, as they just Park Daddy gets away with murder as they come through. They're going to get the dunk and...
Too much heal. Oh my word.
Sustain.
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is
juicy.
under attack.
It's very juicy. It's like a very rare blue steak. That was lovely. But this is why I thought Royalty picked up this Necro, because he popped into that grocer out there. They were just like, okay, we'll kill him in a few seconds. But in that few seconds, you had the Dawn ult coming through. You had the Tiny hitting onto you the whole time. And it's just too much to say as well. He can pop off one of his Qs, his Death Pulses during the Ghost Shroud, and he heals like, what, 200 HP? And that's without the heal from the passive Luminosity. And the
Stun's going to come through. Like a big taunts going to land on Pog Daddy. Do they finally kill this Necro? They don't, because guess what? Shadow's there. He's making plays. He's in the backline, creating so much space for them as they just keep falling apart. But Schmuggles goes for the double kill. And now they turn it back on to this poor Beastmaster. And what I thought was in the favor of Royalty, they seem to have turned it around with a big play. And can we look at 808's health? There was a point where he was literally 1.
He was very low there. I think that was the boat buff that ended up keeping him alive there. So good, nice little play. They both had the armlet, him and Achan as well. So I saw they were toggling a little bit during that fight. It was a good fight there for them. Even things up, sort of got their foot back in the door this time around. So yeah, Coco around doing his work.
Can we get a swap on casters? Can I tap out? Can we get Snare in here? I feel like he's more like set up to handle George's. I actually love it, dude. I think I'm just a bit too tired. I can't keep a straight face. Boys, production, everyone that's listening right now, you are busy watching the best Dota in South Africa right now. And I hope that you're still enjoying it, because I'm having such a good time. We've got Royalty versus Ashi and friends. 1-on-1. Both teams having already gotten one game on each other. And dude, this has been an absolutely amazing night so far. As you can see, both our casters, we are laughing, trying to have a fun time, trying to say stain. See, I can't even speak. Trying to stay sane. Trying to say stain.
Stay sane.
Say stain.
Tain sane.
What? You know what? I'm going to leave the hype, and I'm just going to accept the fact that I can't. I just messed that entire hype setup. Whatever. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's alright. You don't have to try and make me feel better.
You see, this is the point in the game. Just like with us, we're just trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Royalty, they had that lead. They were ahead there with the advantage they got with the Grimstroke and the Necro, and now they sort of lost their foot now. Ashi and friends coming back into this. They're getting these items that they need. The Desers.
Butabali is sleeping top. Oh, he doesn't have blink. My bad. I thought he had blink. I saw an opportunity.
Yeah.
I started watering from the mouth. There wasn't anything.
Just don't have one of those streams. Anyway.
What? Dude, can you stop, bro? Can you, George? I can see you, bro, laughing. Stop. All right. Let's. Okay, you know what? Let's turn this back. No, I don't want. No, I don't want.
Shakey,
I don't want to
I've got a
know.
question.
What's your question?
Okay. Very important question.
Oh, before you ask that, Yakuza might have been spotted out yet. No. So continue your question, George.
Does Beastmaster use mouthwash?
I'm going to pause because there's fights happening right now, and it's a perfect opportunity for me to completely negate whatever you said, because we do see Achan popping his ult and not using it. But Rasputin's deep it in. He's showed his support for his team. He's popped down the ward, and nothing is happening. Why did you guys?
I think I've inadvertently done this. Oh no, Odyssey.
Oh, but mid lane Odyssey gonna go immediately for the ult. Is it enough? The ult barely got off. That gives him just enough health to survive. But no, they've come in. Shaz is coming with a stun, and the big Starbreaker just completely destroys Yakuza. As another fight happens in 5 seconds, and it's quickly done. And I'm looking for more. Pog Daddy.
That Death Seeker on Pog Daddy was actually sick. The bear couldn't really hit there, and the dude did pop the ulti at the right time.
Torrent landing on one as Achan sits on the back with the Echo Slam that lands. We got Tiny falling dangerous low, and also he tried to pick up the pieces, but he gets the big avalanche toss combo on the backline. He gets the double. He's gonna get it. No, Wannabe grabs it out of his clutches. But the Echo Slam was there, the play was there, but it just wasn't enough. Odyssey was left to just survive too long. Oh my word, they had to set up. I saw Achan sitting high ground. They tried to set up for the, but George, what happened?
Rasputin, he's committed the raw here to try and get away. He has that extra bit of move speed. He will actually get away from Smegfridge, so he's fine. But no, it was a good start there, but it's the Stormbreaker spin and then the sustain from the Necro. It's alright. The Odyssey is outputting a lot of damage, and he is a tanky boy. We can't forget that either. So all of this physical damage that Ashi is outputting, he's got the armor to deal with it. He's sitting at 23 at the moment, and the bear is only doing minus what spell? Like I think 7. No, he doesn't even have the Deso finished. He was still building it. I thought he'd had it finished by now, but no, his armor reduction is almost non-existent. So Odyssey can just live through everything that they're dishing out, and he has that lifesteal from the Vlads that the Beastmaster has as well, so not needing to go that route.
And Tiny has Silvers, George.
Just finished up. Ooh,
He's just finished Silvers.
Oh, with the DD.
Oh my, that's a lot of damage.
I just want to see Yakuza get one shot. Be very pleasing to see.
Would it? Smoke out from Royalty. As they're gonna go for the rush play. And the setup is ready for them. Just to, I mean, I don't think there's much, if any, real, like, I don't think they can contest this at all. That's a DD Tiny. And, yeah.
Win probability at the moment sitting at 95% for Royalty here, so I think this Aegis is going to push that over the edge. And Odyssey, he's had the time, he's got the items, he's very big now. And if it goes any longer, he's going to pop out a BKB, and then you're really not going to kill him. I think Ashi has to stop trying to go on the Snack first and just accept that he's going to be there in the fight. And they got to try and kill off Odyssey and
Achan. Top. He's being... Oh, Achan. He popped an ult. A very important ult, that is. Just to get out of that. And he's going to cut the lane, which is, I mean, that is getting value for that.
Yeah.
Let's just stop it a little bit, but... Yeah.
They can, like, 3-shot this tower. Let's see this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
3 shot, 6 shot,
7,
10 shot,
8, 9. 3 divided by 3. Didn't I mention?
3 divided by 3?
Sorry,
isn't that 1?
No.
Isn't that makes it 1 shot?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Can't do math, right?
Maths, spelled with an F.
Maths.
How do you spell dead? D-E-D.
Yes, D-E-D.
Yeah, D-E-D. We do have a blink on on Buddha, but I'm expecting a big play here. Shackle from Yakuza, big jumping from D. He does get dunked down, and that is immediate. I mean, Deathseeker just out and about. Achan pops out the silence, but guess what? He doesn't have ult, so he can't really set up for anything. The fear's going to push him a little bit back. They do trying to get it out. The raw's going to come through. Doesn't connect really as they're trying to get the kill on Tiny, but do remember, Tiny still have ages. So once he dies, he's straight back. Here comes the Soulbind. Going to connect to on the back, but they're going to try and reseed back into the base as they're trying to reset. Tower's still pretty good.
They don't have a bear. The bear side off respawn here. Unless he's missing somewhere, but I did not see him at all.
I don't think connects on the back. Doesn't do a lot though. Boat's going to connect on the back as well as we get a Shackle come through. But there's the Silver Edge going to absolutely destroy Smegfridge as Shan pops up forward. Another Shackle. Connect. Try to do as much as they can. Shaz is going to come immediately with that right clicks, that luminosity. A bit too much for them to deal with, and they actually get the big play, the lockdown, the dunk. And this might be it, folks. There goes one. There goes two. One left. Kuka, the only one left in this fight, as we see 2 buybacks. One on Schmogels and one on Buta. An opportunity to possibly turn this around. But I do not think that they have it in the tank. Is it a GG, George? Or are we going to see more action?
Royalty here, they're gonna really take down these racks very easily with the tiny. It's super easy for them at this point. If Ashi don't call GG here, it's gonna be one more fight and that is it. They still don't have the bear. It's another 28 seconds until it respawns, and that's you're just sitting with a druid now with a couple iron branches and an orbit corrosion. It's really not what you want to have. Royalty gonna opt to go bottom and get the opt for going to the megas. So tier 2 into the tier 3. It gives them more time, Ashi and Friends. It gives Ashi and Friends more time. But yeah, it's looking rough regardless. You don't have this Deso even finish on the druid, which is it's his core item. The bear has to have this Deso. Actually does have it, but no snacks.
No snacks?
No snacks, no.
Okay, I'm
He
hungry.
ain't snacking on them.
I mean, this game is so intense, and I'm telling you right now, George, the game is so... You know how intense this game is right now? My pop filter has popped off my mic. That's how intense this game is right now. As we get another jump in, the ult through from Chan. A big player barely gets out. Wild Axe is going to fly through. As
backline.
Yakuza, wasn't it? Yakuza's dead. Jump in going to come in from as well from Shazo as he looks to kill the bear, but it's just back on back action as we get the buyback. Is this going to be the big Exo Slam that we've been waiting for? 6 seconds left on that Echo Slam. Buta Billy and Achan, the last man hoping. Can I see a big whoa? Can I jump? Echo Slam lands on the backline as he connects on him, but it's not enough. It's not enough for Buta Billy. He was so close to the play with a double kill from Odyssey, as it is the last man standing, and surely this has to be it. Slamming, says Buta, as this will have to be it. They just don't want to give up. And it is the last stand, guys. Remember, the team that drops out of this game is out of EGL completely. And it seems that Ashi Friends doesn't want to give up. And I know my lungs are giving up. Okay. Odyssey jumps in, and there it is. GG gets called. Congratulations to Royalty, and a job well done by Ash and Fridge. You guys literally gave it your all. But what an insane game, man.
Royalty picking up the Stormbreaker. They lost with it in the first game, and it lost the second game as well. And they finally put it onto this Pulse 3 roll, changed up the draft completely from what we were expecting to happen. And it worked. It came out. They were able to take this game ahead with them and really put Pug Daddy on this Necro, put them on his back this game round. He was able to make those early rotations, get the kills that they needed, and sort of snowball from there, putting so much pressure onto this Druid. He just had no game. They were playing 4-5 this time round.
I agree, and the action was there. I mean, you cannot tell me that Ash and Friends did not give their all. They pushed for the end. They literally held on to the last second, and unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
Always got to be one that goes home. That's the sad thing. It's always you always feel like you want everyone to keep playing constantly, and it's a little unfortunate that we have to see one of them going home. Ashi and Friends dropping out here in the round 1 of the lower brackets, and it's Royalty now going up against Duck in the next round. Which is going to be a nice, interesting matchup. Royalty definitely showing they have the chops to take down some of these bigger teams. They took down, at least in one game, against White Rabbit 2 weeks ago. And now showing they can play Dota. They are Dota players, nonetheless. And they're not going to stop here. They're going to keep going. They have to go through Duck. They have to pound their shoulder through him as they just running, I don't know what do you call it, just like running through the door. It's like there's just a door with a duck logo on it, and they're just gonna hit their shoulder and run straight through it like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. I don't know. I kind of get where you're going with this one, right? Yeah.
And I mean, the question stands, George, right? If you look at the meta and what's going on, we can clearly see that if a lineup with a lot of sustain isn't counted, then even the biggest Echo Slam cannot change the fate of your game.
It's the reason it's the meta at the moment. It was something that I believe Snare and Etin, sorry, not a hero, said during our podcast, even before the tournament began, is that South African Dota always had this sort of sustain of living longer through these fights, and finally now it's the meta, and our teams are clearly using it well. So you have the heroes that are very popular, so obviously Dawnbreaker, Morrissey, Tiny, Zeus, all of that, but it's the sustain that really keeps them in the fight. So even if you get initiated on, those are then, if you think of a broad band of like resources that everyone have, the team that initiates, I almost feel if the other team has sustained, they're worse off if they start the fight, because it's this game of sort of like chicken of who's going to go in first and then turn around with their sustain.
Yeah.
And if there's a break in that turnaround, the other one can turn around again. So you almost have to both have sustain, but clearly not both teams can have Dawnbreaker, which is the main hero at the moment. So,
and this was the first time Dawnbreaker in the series was picked up and actually won, like in this best of 3 here. And Shazo showed it. Yeah, Shazo showed it. And I think they picked it up in a place where it wasn't expected. Would you agree? Like they picked it up at, I think it was second phase, end of second phase. Fourth pick, yeah.
It was definitely, I didn't even see it coming. I thought, okay, they've left it in phase 1. They're just going to play without it. They didn't bother banning it, maybe going opting to ban out other hero. I think it was the Zeus they opted instead, the Zeus Undying. So yeah, it was weird that they picked it up and they put that beast onto the Pulse 4 role then, and that sort of switched up the lane, because we thought it was going to be the Dawnbreaker carry, beast off lane, Tiny 4, but they sort of did a one rotation of that, clicked it around. So it was good. But yeah, this is Royalty Esports Purple moving forward in the lower bracket. So they've got a long run still to go to make it into the top 8, and definitely higher than that is where they've got their goal set. But Duck is going to be waiting for them in the next round. So that is what we're going to have to see next week round. Mondays and Wednesdays, don't miss any of the action. You'll get it all here on Twitch and YouTube. And yeah, don't miss.
I do also want to add in the fact that this would not be possible without our amazing sponsors, Dell and Intel.
Yeah.
And as well with EGL doing a fantastic job with giving us some of the best Dota I have casted in a very long time. My right lung is cramping right now, and I do think that I need to go and get something inserted so I can get some pressure relieved, because I feel I've got flooding in my lung from just pure enjoyment from this. So big shout out to our sponsors, you guys. And yeah, wouldn't be possible without, I mean, the scene wouldn't be growing it is without EGL. So massive shout out for them for setting just this entire tournament, 3 seasons in a row so far. So
no, it's always great to see, and no, thank you to them. It was Opa Viking also getting the giveaway. There will be giveaways next week as well. Every single stream will be giving something away to you guys, so don't miss out on that chance, and don't miss out on the Dota, because this is the best you're going to see all year round until we come back. But that is it for tonight, so hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next week, Mondays and Wednesdays. Don't miss out on some more EGL One Season 3 action. We'll see you guys later. Cheers.